Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Southern New Hampshire University for tonight's NHIAA Division II baseball semifinal game between the Clippers of Portsmouth High School and your Goffstown Grizzlies. Along with Paul Hunt, David Skokie, John Skokie, I'm Mike Santoro. We're going to be bringing you the play-by-play today. And Paul, we can't ask for a better night for baseball than we have right here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just got through building an ark the past few days. I was going to call up everyone from Juniper Drive and Spice Rack to say we need to do something to, get ready with those heavy rains. But you couldn't ask for a better day than today. Mother Nature definitely said, you know what, let's bless these two teams with a perfect baseball day. And also, look at this field. Southern New Hampshire spares no expense. They host this for us with New Hampshire. NHIAA did a great job. Right now they're going through the introductions. Coach Lawrence, coach of Portsmouth, the three umpires. And I'll tell you what, if the last time they played is any indicator of how today's going to be, strap on, hold on to your hats, folks.
Yeah, we hope it's another close game, Paul. That's what we talked about the last game. We just hope it was a close game, and we got that and then some. We had a cardiac game. Goffstown in their visiting gray uniforms tonight. Portsmouth in their home red, I guess. Portsmouth being the higher seed is considered the home team tonight. And Paul, you talked about the rain. I mean, we talked about it on Saturday at the last game. We said that we might not be playing on Tuesday. We might be playing Wednesday because of the forecast. And they weren't kidding.
Nope.
It came down, and it was still raining at 4 o'clock this morning. The rain woke me up, and I was like, oh, my God, I hope that this is going to clear. Hope this is going to clear by tonight. But, I mean, the sky is perfectly blue. We're going to have the lights on in a little while. You see them out there doing the best job to the field right now. And, we talked about playing on fields like this when we were kids, Paul, right?
Boy.
It never really happened. We played on fields that, barely had grass and had rocks all over the place. This is pristine.
Yeah, they didn't have this in East Boston or South Medford. No, I can tell you that right now.
You can say that again.
But the crowd, you and I talked about it earlier. The stands below us, we're just so everybody knows, we're behind home plate. We're about 2 stories up, maybe 3 on the roof. And the stands behind home plate are packed. The stands over in left field are packed. The hill is packed. And I'll tell you what, there's a softball game of the championship going on the side. So there's a lot of action going on here in Southern New Hampshire University. And we just watched a great game between Windham Jaguars and Souhegan. And Souhegan was able to pull that one off, so we already know who's going to the state championship on that side of the fence.
Yeah, Souhegan's already punched their ticket as they were the 2 seed, right? So 1 seed Portsmouth, 4 seed Goffstown right here. And you're right, Paul. That was a close game. We came in a little bit early. We started watching that game. It was 4-4 in the 5th inning, and Souhegan scored 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and just pulled away. And that was a great ball game between 2 powerhouse teams. And again, I can't say enough about this weather. Yesterday we're all bundled up in jeans and sweatshirts, and today we're in our shorts and our lucky Goffstown attire.
And then Sunday and Monday it's going to be low 90s.
Yeah, of course.
Welcome to New England.
Yeah, winter one day, summer the next day. So we've talked about that. So as we're waiting for the field to get ready, and we're going to listen to the introductions of both teams. We'll listen to the national anthem, and then we'll go over the starting lineup for Goffstown in just a little bit as we watch the grounds crew, do their job. And here comes our PA address announcer now.
Okay, so Southern New Hampshire University for tonight's second NHIAA Division II baseball semifinal, featuring the 4th-seeded Grizzlies of Goffstown High School and the top-seeded Clippers of Portsmouth High School. Now for tonight's starting lineups first for the 4th-seeded Grizzlies of Goffstown. Leading off and playing left field, a senior, number 1, Tyler Small. Batting second and playing right field, a junior, number 10, Ethan Smith. Batting third and pitching, a senior, number 21, Matthew Woodward. The cleanup hitter and catcher is a senior, number 18, Jacob Hunt. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, a junior, number 16, Taylor French. Batting sixth and playing third base, a senior, number 8, Cody Morrell. Batting seventh, the shortstop, a freshman, number 5, Connor Isaac. Batting eighth, the second baseman, a sophomore, number 14, Clay Campbell. Batting ninth and playing first base, a senior, number 13, Peter Hunt. The center fielder tonight for Goffstown, a junior, number 2, Carter Schwinar. The assistant coaches for the Grizzlies are Colin Burke and John Lopez. The head coach of Goffstown is Adam Lawrence. And now the starting lineup for the top-seeded Clippers of Portsmouth. Leading off and playing shortstop, a junior, number 2, Max Malilla. Batting second and catching, a senior, number 8, Bo Arsenal. Batting third, the first baseman, a junior, number 20, Peyton Goodrich. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, a senior, number 24, Kyle Griffin. Batting fifth and playing third base, a sophomore, number 12, Tim Kutzer. Batting sixth, the second baseman, a senior, number 21, Jack Rainey. Batting seventh and pitching, a senior, number 13, Kyle Kufal. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, a senior, number 27, Alex Gladu. Batting ninth, the center fielder, a freshman, number 1, Calvin Hewitt. The left fielder tonight for Portsmouth, a junior, number 3, Dylan Chase. The assistant coaches for the Clippers are Eric Chassie and Jim McKenzie. The head coach of Portsmouth is Tim Hopley. The umpires for tonight's game at first base, Kevin Bolduck. At third base, Steve Drescher. And behind home plate, Mark Sherbino. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
What a great opening ceremony, Paul. We talked about Southern New Hampshire University, classy organization, and they just did a great job. PA announcer announcing both teams, the playing of the national anthem. There was some noise in the background. There is another game going on, and they can't stop mid-game for the national anthem. But, it's Paul, it's packed. You can feel the excitement. We've been waiting for this all day. Can't wait for that first pitch.
I'll tell you what. I know two of us, I picked you up. We left early to come watch the other game. Excited for the boys. Excited for their great season so far with Goffstown. And I see no reason why today doesn't continue. So what I'm going to give you folks right now, just in case you didn't hear it, the starting lineups. We have Tyler Small playing left field, leading off. Nothing much has changed in the lineup, Mike. He tweaks it. Coach Lawrence every now and then tweaks it, but it looks pretty consistent here. We then have batting second, number 10, the junior Ethan Smith playing right field. Matt Woodward, who has absolutely been the hottest hitter for Goffstown for at least the past 7 games. He's just been tearing the cover off the ball. He's been pitching extremely well. I think the only pitcher equally as good or maybe slightly better has been Mitchie. And Mitchie just being thrown in the butt. We have Matt hitting third. And then following number 4, hitting cleanup, just happens to be his best friend and longtime friend. Number 18, the senior catcher, Jacob Hunt. And then we have Frenchie, number 16, DHing for Carter Schwannard, who's playing center field, number 2. Cody Morrell, he's still in his number 6 spot, number 8 playing third base. Connor Hyzak, the shortstop freshman, number 5. Then we go Clay Campbell, second base, number 14, who had that nice hit, a ground ball with eyes last time that helped us out. And then Peter Hunt playing first base, number 13.
Yeah, it sounds like a great lineup, Paul. And we got Kyle Pufalt on the mound for Portsmouth. We saw him the first time around. Maybe at some point we can go back and get the stats for that game and see how that game. But we know how it turned out. Goffstown was on the plus side, handing Portsmouth their first loss of the season at that point in time with a 5-4 barn burner. That was the game that Matt hit that shot in the bottom of the 7th that hit the top of the fence and somehow came back into play. And,
I was screaming out it was a home run until you woke me up and said that ball bounced back in.
And but since then, we've had another heart attack game. The last game against Oyster River, these cardiac kids, and more than one way, not the way they come back, but the way it is for us.
Right.
They fell into an 8-1 hole and came back, did a lot of damage against the relief pitcher, but then ended up beating the best pitcher in Division II baseball, Brandon Oxford, as Oyster River kind of collapsed there in the 7th inning, and Goffstown pulled it out 9-8, and that's why we're here today.
But I'll tell you what, Mike, mental errors. The team matured a lot the last game, okay? And our young freshman shortstop, sophomore at playing second base, everybody right now has to mature a little bit. No mental errors. Don't beat ourselves. That's key right now against Portsmouth.
Yeah, we talked about that on the ride over. If they play a clean defensive game, they should be okay. And here comes the first pitch to Tyler Small, and he takes a ball up high. Ball. We
got the vantage point now.
I was going to say, we're not off to the side today. We're right behind the dish, so we'll be able to see this pretty good tonight. And he takes a strike inside. So Tyler's doing what he does. He sees some pitches. He doesn't swing at the first pitch very often as a leadoff batter. You shouldn't, and he's gonna take a couple. And he fouls one back
right
here.
Back at
just
us.
Misses us. And he's in the hole 1-2. Scoreboard is not working at the moment. The scoreboard out in right center field is just showing 0-0 right now. So,
but we have a 1-2 count.
Yep. Hopefully someone down. Well, you should see it on the screen. And he struck him out looking. So Hufall makes short work out of Tyler Small. Small saw 4 pitches, but goes down looking.
You know, the last pitch, he had a nice spot.
Yeah.
He hit his spot.
Yeah, Paul, he painted the outside corner.
You gotta try to go the other way. Just defensive swing, make it go foul, something.
That's something you gotta flick your wrist and foul it off. You can't just let it go by. So here's Smitty. Smitty's playing right field today, and Smitty's in form. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back.
And there we go, a Tano's Pizza.
Yep.
For John, because he always says that first pitch, but
that pizza was so good last week. Here's the 0-1 is up high to Smitty.
And we do have to thank Lionel. I have to go down and thank him for that.
I've been thinking of that myself. So, we got the scoreboard working now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So we're all up to date here. Here comes the 1-1 to Smitty, and he hits a line drive, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder. Smitty put a charge into it. The center fielder, who's playing center field? Calvin Hewitt made a nice running catch.
That was a nice catch. I mean, he had to turn to his left. He had to go back and come across to the opposite side, so that's a nice play.
Right, it's a good play. He's a lefty running to his left and then had to reach across his body to make the catch. So a nice grab. So
he got a good jump. You know, he read that well. As soon as it came off, he already got that jump. If he doesn't, that ball drops. Smitty's on second.
Right. Here comes Matty. Matty gets hit.
That hit him.
Matty gets hit by the first pitch and runs down the first base. So Matty be pitching today.
He does not need to talk to anybody. You saw that. He's like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. Yep. So I caught him right on the side of the face.
Yeah, it looked like it hit him up on the shoulder. Yeah. May have hit him in the helmet too, but
that's up and in. Obviously, it's not intentional, but it's still a scary pitch either way.
Right. And he's got the sun in his eyes over there at first base, but so does the first baseman. So this is going to be interesting, a throw over there. Here comes Jake, and Jake takes a ball up high. So, that's sun right now. And we're in a great spot. Like you said, we're a couple stories up. We're behind home plate. We're up on the roof of the press box. We're behind the trees, so we're in total shade. But
that first baseman's fighting it right now.
First baseman can't see. I wouldn't even throw over if I was the pitcher. And Jake hits a line drive base hit up the middle. So a hit by pitch and then a base hit by Jake. And Goffstown's making some noise here with 2 outs.
All right. That's what we like to see. You got to capitalize on mistakes. How many times have we said that, Mikey?
Yeah, 2 quick outs, and then he hits Matty on the first pitch, and then Jake hits a line drive single to center. So let's hope that Taylor can stay hot. Taylor had a 3-run double in the Souhegan game that accounted for all the runs.
I don't want to see him chase anything high. Don't get overly aggressive. Wait for his pitch right now. Be patient. Be patient here.
Right. Taylor was 1 for 3 in the game against Oyster River. He singled in that big inning.
I'll tell you what, Mike.
Yep.
I had a great shot on that one. My eyes were peeled down there. That was not a strike. I'm not because I'm a homer. Yep. I'm not pulling at Jerry Remy. But that was not even close.
Speaking of Jerry Remy, between innings, I want to have a conversation about something he said last night. Here comes the 0-1 to Taylor. What happened there?
That should be a ball.
Who called time?
The pitcher was already in motion.
Yeah, who called time? I didn't see anybody grant time. So, he can't just stop and call timeout. I didn't see anybody grant time out there. So not sure what happened.
Did you see what happened, John? The catcher did call timeout.
But he was granted time. But I was looking down there. I didn't see anybody's hands go up. So
our eye in the sky, John caught that one.
So here comes the 0-1 to Taylor. And Taylor hits a line drive to center
drop.
field.
That
Is it
might
going to
drop.
drop?
That's going to score a run.
And here comes Maddie. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's safe. And Goffstown takes a quick 1-0 lead.
Make him pay for hitting him, right? There you go.
That's right. He had 2 quick outs.
But I'll tell you what, Mike. I don't know if we were talking about good jumps earlier, right? The center fielder got off on that ball on Smitty. Here, that was hard.
Yeah,
he should have had that.
It sounded like it was hit harder than it was, and I think he took that initial step back, like you should, right? But he didn't get a good jump on it all, and he had great speed on second base with Maddie, who's running with 2 outs. So here comes Cody with first and second and 2 outs, looking to do some more damage.
And you talk about a hot hitter, Mike. Obviously, he had that monkey on his back, always hitting it right to the guy. But boy, did he unload last game with that 3-run homer. So happy for him, but right now, don't swing crazy. Stay within yourself.
Nope, just put and he calls timeout.
Smart hitter right there.
Yeah. So
he knows.
Yeah, he hit a shot that put a shot of adrenaline into the team, and as well as you and I did. I talked to his dad. His dad said he probably watched that call 500 times.
He didn't sleep all night.
So here comes the 1-0 to Cody. And
right back at
us. Just barely misses Mikey Fortin there. So it counts 1-1. You got to be careful back here, guys. You got to make sure you're paying attention.
Peter Hunt's mom, she's taking pictures for the team, and
she almost took one for the team right there.
We got to have Mikey get over there quicker. Yeah. Mikey Fortin's up here helping us out.
I'll tell you what, Paul, we have to stand close to the camera because Adam would want us to protect that.
I'm not protecting. My days of doing that are long gone. I'm sorry.
Curveball misses outside. Well, I can put a hand up there. I'm not putting my body in front of it, that's for sure.
Isn't that why we have David here?
This body you can donate to science fiction.
Sounds like an episode of Three Stooges.
Yeah, it's Rodney Dangerfield.
Close.
And that misses outside. It's 3-1 to Cody. So Cody's in a hitter's count here.
Well, if you notice, the left fielder had taken 4 steps or so to his right.
Yeah, he did.
And they're pitching outside, so they want Moose to go the other way.
Well, they're trying to take his power away from him, right? They don't want him to pull it down the line.
But look at right center.
Cody went opposite field with that home run against Oyster River, so he certainly has the power to put it out to left field, the left center. So here's the 3-1 to Cody. Nice curveball, and he misses low. So not a bad miss right there by Pufalt, but now you got the bases loaded and Connor Hyzak coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what. Connor Hyzak is due. John's 100% right, he's due. But he's a smart hitter. Right now I want to see him just stay within himself, right? Stay back. Just make contact.
Just has to get a base hit.
Great athlete.
Big field out there.
Great athlete.
Big field out there. I mean, Paul, there's a lot of room in that outfield. And Pufalt misses again. So, you know.
He's pitching everybody away. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, you know, and the defense is set up that way. But I'll tell you what.
Left center field, boy.
You don't want to hit the ball you want to hit the ball to the right side. The right fielder can't see, and neither can the first baseman. So he swings and misses. Pitch looked a little high.
Yeah.
So trying to do a little bit too much there.
Right.
I mean,
you're seeing that left center field to that Southern New Hampshire side to 365.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to run for a while. I mean, this outfield is a lot bigger than a lot of outfields they've played in. I mean, a lot of fields don't have this dimension. 320 down the left field line, 330 to right. Curveball in the dirt. Nice stop by Arsenal.
Nice stop. Arsenal, I believe, is going to Franklin Pierce to be a catcher next year.
He's a good catcher. We saw him the last time we played. He made some great stops back there, wearing his little wristband, getting the signals from the bench as to what to call for pitches. You see a lot of that now. I was watching the College Softball World Series last night. Everybody had them on. Here comes the 2-1.
Yeah,
nice pitch. Paul, that was right on the corner.
Ooh.
I mean, that's an unhittable pitch.
Guess what happened, Mike? Pencil again.
We're going to start that again. Paul, did you buy any better pencils?
No, I worked for the state police, and the state of New Hampshire had no money. These are all leftover.
Yeah, but that's been
your
a
tax
while.
dollars
That's been
right
a
there.
while now. Steal a pen from Citizens now or something.
Right, Citizens at least spends money.
So here comes the 2-2 to Connor. Curveball misses outside. So, Paul, a base hit's going to score 2 easy here. You got now full count, 3-2. You got Jake on third. You got Jake on third, Taylor at second, and Cody on first. They're going to be off with the pitch, so they're going to get a good jump here. Connor hits a gap, could easily score 3.
Absolutely. Not a ton of speed out there right now.
And he fouls one out of play.
That's a good swing, Mike.
It's a great swing.
I'll tell you what, by Hyzak, he said he knew that area. He had to defend that area, and he did it. That was a great swing.
Right.
And that's why I love having this camera up here, Mike. Sorry to interrupt you. But now the boys can see, all right, I can see this is what I'm seeing, and I did the right thing.
And another
good swing.
Play. Caught that one off the end of the bat. He did a good job of protecting there. That pitch may have been a little bit outside, but you can't let that go. You don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire.
No, absolutely. We've seen that, seen that too many times. I don't want to watch that movie again.
So here we're going to do it again. Here comes the third 3-2 to Connor, and he hits a ground ball fair on the third base line. That's going to score Jake. That's going to score Taylor.
Moose to
and
third.
Moose into third base, and it's a 2-run double for Connor Hyzak, and it's 3-0 Goffstown.
Well, I'll tell you what. We were just talking about the discipline of Connor Hyzak at the plate. He waited, kept foul off, and guess what? Got his pitch to hit right down the third base line. Almost hit Jake. Thank goodness that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'd be walking home.
Well, that's why you take your lead in foul grounds, Paul. That's something they teach you, Little League up. You always take your lead in foul grounds. In case of a ball hit down there, you don't get hit.
That's right.
And
thank God he was over more, right?
So now we're at the eighth
third.
batter of the inning. It's Clay Campbell, and he comes up with second and third, and he's the one who hit that ball that eluded the infield against Oyster River to end the ball game.
The monkey was off his back as well for the young man.
A great start for Goffstown here. 3-0 in the top of the first. He takes it. That's a strike. That looked a little inside to me, Paul. I mean, that's right below me. I looked a little bit inside.
Well, I'm the Jerry Remy homer, and that was inside. Unless the catch was set up wrong, but I didn't see it crossing that side. You're over on that side of the plate.
Yeah, it looked like it was inside to me, but that pitch misses high. So it's 1-1 to Clay. Bufalt has thrown a lot of pitches here so far, Paul.
Look at this. It's like I've been carving, a grizzly, a wooden grizzly to donate to the school. I have so much stuff over here.
Don't even get me started with that pencil again.
This is the blue one, though, this time.
It's a 1-1, and that misses. Well, yeah, we have to tell you. We got to tell our viewers what happened to the orange pencil. Well, Coach Lawrence found it.
He did find it.
He wanted to know how it got in the dugout, and after he watched that broadcast, he realized how it got in the dugout.
He texted me and he said, "Now I know where the orange pencil came from in the dugout."
So here comes the 2-1 to Clay, and that misses high. So Bufalt is. I'm wondering how quick of a hook the Portsmouth coach has here. I mean, he's down 3-0 already in second and third. I realize it's only the first inning, but
I'll tell you what. I think he's going to ride him through this inning.
Yeah, well, there's nobody warming up, so I think he has to.
Yep, no choice.
He hasn't even made a visit yet to calm him down. The catcher went out there.
Kid's a genuine stud. He's just having an off inning.
And that misses, and the bases are reloaded, and that's going to bring up Peter Hunt.
Peter Hunt, I'll tell you right now, puts his hands to the ball. I don't want to see. Again, don't do too much, but a big strike zone for Peter. He's a tall kid. He's 6'3". So if he just stays within himself, that's huge. Right now, Portsmouth has running out their backup catcher, number 15. It looks like number 10, Mike. I don't know who that is, number 10, going out to the bullpen in left field right now.
I can get you that, Paul. We have the lineups, and just let me pull that up for you.
We also have visiting up here while you're looking, Gary Gendron, longtime Goffstown resident, basketball coach, my ex-assistant Little League coach.
Basketball referee
deluxe.
I mean,
does everything in town.
He does so many games for Goffstown Parks and Rec. Every time you go to a game, Gary's reffing. So number 10 is Trevor Van Allen, Paul. Trevor Van Allen is number 10, and he's out there warming up with the backup catcher, Will Connor.
And you have Jake and Matt behind the dugout, just loosening up.
It's been a long inning.
Yep.
Matty was out there warming up. So this is the ninth batter to bat. So here's the situation. We have 2 outs, bottom of the first. You got Cody Merrill at third, Connor Hyzak at second, Clay Campbell at first, and Peter Hunt in the batter's box. So it's a 3-0 Goffstown game. 3 runs on 3 hits so far. Here comes the pitch, and that misses high. So
you know what, Mike? I also noticed out in the stands a big contingent from Windham are still here. Costa, Koza, a couple of boys there because they're friends with Jake, Matty.
There's
nice
a strike.
Pitch.
Paul, I'll tell you right now, I'm looking over my right shoulder. There's a big contingent from Sauhegan sitting over here, too, because they want to get a little glimpse of who they might be playing.
Who they're going to be playing.
So I could see at least
bunch of ball
seven players over there.
Mike, this is huge. He doesn't want to walk in.
Nope.
Run right now. 2 outs. That brings the top of the order back up.
Brings it back to the top. You don't want this to get away too early. We talked about that, Paul, at the beginning of the game. I think we were off camera when we talked about that. How long are we going to go? before you start, to go to your bullpen.
Ooh.
And he blows that fastball by him. Peter was just trying to drive that ball there. And, Paul, look at that gap in left center field. The left fielder's probably 30 feet from the line. The center fielder's playing straight away.
And you want to know something? You have some speed at first and second.
Yeah, you do. I mean, Moose is only 90 feet away. Oh, misses low. So, again, the runners are going to be going here, Paul, too. So you got great speed on the bases and a base hit.
And you have great speed at home plate. So
that same ball that Connor hit could probably score 3. And Peter would end up standing on second base. Here it comes, and he fouls it straight back. He was right on it. So Pufal's not fooling anybody right now, Paul.
Nope.
I mean, he looked sharp on that very first at bat against Small. Struck him out on that outside pitch, but he has not fooled anybody since then. Even Ethan's out was allowed out to center field. Here's the pitch again, and he walked him.
He walks him.
And it's now 4-0 Goffstown.
Wow, Mike, that right there. I don't know. Our kids are doing a great job at the plate, but Dufo he can't find it, and that's absolutely okay in my book.
Paul, I'm thinking this may be his last batter here. I see Van Allen's out there. He's throwing with some earnest out there, and this may be his last batter.
Yeah, coach comes out now. He's got to pull him second time,
right,
second visit.
I think that he can't let this get out of control. Small takes a strike. So Small's up for the second time, and he doesn't want to be that unfortunate person to make 2 outs in 1 inning.
I hate for the sound effects, but you know what? That looked inside. 4-0
Goffstown. Here's the pitch, and he fouls one back off to our right. A lucky spectator.
But you know what's Dufo going to throw? He hasn't been. His curveball hasn't worked, and his fastball he's overthrown it.
It's 0-2. He doesn't want to throw anything in the dirt either here.
Nope. You have some great speed. 1 through 3 right there.
Yep. And he steps off. Good idea right there. Gather himself. He has to throw a pitch here. He's got to make a pitch right here, Paul.
Catcher hasn't gone out much.
No, he went out a little bit earlier.
Oh, he goes out now.
Yeah. He went out earlier. He had a quick chat with him.
I look away,
and
he goes running out there.
But Paul, still 7 innings to go. It's the top of the first inning, and we know what it's like.
We've been there.
Right?
We've been there.
So let's just hope that this isn't the shoe on the other foot here today.
Nope.
So here comes the 0-2, and Small hits a pop up. The first baseman had trouble finding it at first, and then he makes the grab. So that will finally retire the side in the first inning. But Goffstown puts up a 4 spot, and after a half of an inning, they lead 4-0. So they score 4 runs on 3 hits, and they leave the bases loaded, which is unfortunate. They could have really, but, a nice crooked number in the first inning.
Mike, 41 pitches.
Wow.
41 pitches in that.
41 pitches for Pufal. That's a lot of pitches to throw in the first inning, Paul.
Well, when you're only allowed,
120,
right.
So he can go 2 2/3 if that keeps up. So this is what I wanted to talk about. So during yesterday's game against the Yankees, they were pitching. What's his name?
Guy from Japan.
Yeah, the guy from Japan.
That was a dumb.
I can't remember off the top of my head what his name is, but they took a trip out to the mound. So I think he just let up a home run or something, and he was kind of stretching. So Remy thought he was hurt. So he thought the coach was going out with the trainer to talk to him. As it turned out, he was going out with a translator.
Right.
So Jerry got on his high horse and said, I don't think that should be allowed in baseball where you bring a translator out. You have to know the baseball language.
Right.
And Paul, I got to tell you, I agree with him. If you don't know,
right.
If you can't communicate with your catcher and your pitching coach, you shouldn't be on the mound.
You're making an advantage now where I'm going to bring the interpreter out with me. No. This is baseball.
You got to go out and, you having an extra player.
Right.
That's like having a guy. Why don't you just bring a camera out there and tell them what they're doing, like putting, you're playing poker and you get to look at the card, see what he has there. But I have to say I agree 100% with what Jerry said yesterday.
Right. Yeah, that's one of those ones, but society has shifted us to he had to do a letter of apology and things get
I don't think that's happened yet.
But he did.
Oh, did he?
He had to do an apology on Twitter and social media. So, but I'll tell you what, back here, right now, if this team gets off the gas, and if this team doesn't stay mentally focused for a quick inning, shame on the 18 of them right now. And the coach. He's up. You can see him right up on the fence right now. I want him staying right on it as well.
Paul, we've talked about this a million times. After you put up a big inning, you have to have that shutdown inning. So now's the time. If it's going to happen, come on, semifinal game, 4-0, top of the first inning.
Don't overthrow here.
You got to just throw strikes. You're in the lead. Don't walk anybody. Make them hit the ball. So here comes the first pitch from Matt, and it's a strike to Max Malilla. Malilla's playing shortstop today. He wears number 2. So Matt with a good start. Strike on the first pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Curveball in there for a strike. Nice curveball.
Nice curveball right
there.
there.
Did you see that
just
drop off
gonna
the
say
table?
that. I picked my head up at the right time.
What a great view. Can't wait to see that one. So Matty nods in agreement with whatever Jake gave him. And here comes the 0-2. Fastball misses outside. Good waste.
Yep.
Jake was set up outside.
You know, Malilla last time, he had a fair day, single to left, flew out to center, struck out looking, and flew out to shortstop last time we played.
Curveball base hit up the middle.
Almost took Matty out.
Malilla waited on that nicely and drives it right back up the middle. So a good start for Portsmouth. Malilla, the leadoff hitter, got in a whole 0-2 and singles up the middle.
Hey, you know what? They're ranked number 1 for a reason.
Paul, I'm telling you, the final score is not going to be 4-0.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
No.
If it is, I'll be shocked.
How aggressive does the coach get now? I want to make sure our young middle infielders cover second here.
Yeah.
We've had a couple times to slow to the bag, but right now we have to,
Matty throws
be
over
aware
there.
of that throw because they might get aggressive on the bases. It's 4-0.
Well, you have to. I mean, you can't be just giving up just because it's 4-0. You got a lefty batter up there. It's a good batter to steal with because it's in the catcher's way, right? There's a ground ball foul down the first base line. So Matty out in front again. Trying to get an update of the the softball game that's going on behind us. Bedford is leading Exeter 2-0 in the bottom of the third.
Well, always comes down to Goffstown, Wyndham, Portsmouth, Bedford, Exeter.
Same teams.
Right? Division 1, Division 2, you have those same 8 to 10 teams that always seem to be, top feeders. Nice move by Matt.
Paul, we talked about that, right? We talked literally when we play Wyndham, you battle Wyndham. It's usually Wyndham and Goffstown for our district, right?
Right.
And then you go to other side. It's always Portsmouth Exeter for that district. And then it's always Portsmouth Goffstown, Portsmouth Wyndham, Wyndham Exeter. To play for the chance to go to Connecticut. So it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And it misses high.
It's got to settle down here.
So
don't want to wipe 2 men on. You don't want to start getting into that 3, 4, and 5 hitters with no outs.
Arsenault's a good hitter. If I recall correctly, he had a pretty tough day the last time we played. I think he struck out a couple times.
Struck out twice. He had a double, and he flew out to right field.
Yep. So he was 1 for 4, and he's now ahead 3-1. And Jake coming out in front. Tell him, Matt, hey, calm down.
Yep.
Take a walk around. You got to lead. You got to throw strikes here, Paul. You can't give them bases.
No.
I mean, if they're going to score 4 runs by hitting the ball, that's fine. But we had a hit by pitch and 3 walks. So, and Matty walks Arsenault on 5 pitches. So
we don't want to give them free 90 feet.
No, you can't. And
this team's too good.
Jake's coming out calling the signals. I mean, you get the three batter here. Peyton Goodrich now, the first baseman, and he's a 3-hitter for a reason, I'm sure, Paul.
Absolutely.
You're
3, 4, 5, 6. The 2 through 6.
Yeah, I mean,
you can slide either way, and they're going to hit.
Right.
They're there for a reason. They got some power. They're smart hitters.
Yep. And you got Malilla at second base with good speed. Got to try to keep him close, but you want Matt to put his attention on the batter and not the runner.
Exactly right.
So here comes the pitch. Curveball, nice pitch.
There he goes.
This curveball's on tonight so far, Paul. I know he's only thrown a few pitches, but that's the second nasty one he's thrown.
Right.
So Matty is ahead 0-1 on Goodrich.
See, we got to cover the bag.
Yeah. But that was just Matt taking some time off, I think.
But there's still late break to the bag.
He is so good at that, though. He's picked a couple off this year doing that.
They've got to watch Matt's feet as well.
Yep. Another curveball misses outside. Didn't break that one off. So 1-1 count. Paul, we saw some oldies but goodies walking in here today. Sean Skinner. I saw Kerry Stekowicz down there.
Yep. Captain's down there. It looks like
Scott Gross is down there. We were chatting about softball and baseball earlier. And there's a ground ball, and that's going to get through.
Man.
And Malila's being waved around third base. Here comes Shawan up with the throw. The throw's up the line. Jake makes the play. Malila scores. And Goodrich is safe at first base, so it's 4-1, Goffstown. And we still have first and second with nobody out.
Got to make a better throw from center field.
Yeah, Paul, you know something? He's got no shot. He's got no shot at throwing Malila out there. And Mitchell's running down to the bullpen already. Paul, we talked about this before the game. How quick is the hook going to be?
That's right.
And 3 batters in, and Mitch Skoki's already going down the bullpen to warm up with Tyler Santoro. And I think that's Mike Moody going out there with him. And Lopez is now going to the mound.
He's going to talk to his senior pitcher right now to tell him, listen, don't try to do too much. You're overthrowing a little bit. You know, you've had your curveball. He's fallen off. I don't know if it's maybe some groundwork he needs to do over there. But if that's the case, call timeout, tell the umpire, fix it. But if that's not the case, don't overthrow. Stay balanced so you're finishing. Stay on top.
You want to know something, Paul, and this is going to sound stupid, but when you play on fields this good, you're not used to playing on a mound that doesn't have these holes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in the batter's boxes aren't dug up. The mounds don't have these holes. So it's uncomfortable for a lot of these kids.
That's right.
They're used to, the big hole by the rubber and a big hole in the landing spot. That's not happening. So You're right. Matt could be a little bit uncomfortable out there.
And I know he digs it. He always likes to stay on his left, our right, towards that edge. He's right there right now. But I want him to fall forward.
So Kyle Griffin's the batter now.
Big difference there. You see that?
4-hitter, yep. There's a strike.
Take some off and fall forward.
Kyle Griffin's the right fielder wearing number 24. And we talked about that last time we played. 24, Dewey Evans. Right, Paul?
That's right.
Got the number.
But I don't see anybody with the old school
stirrups. I haven't seen that yet.
Portsmouth.
Nope. Actually, Cody's got his pants down today. He is not wearing his old school today. He squares the bunt, and he bunted up the first base line, and Matty comes
Nice
in.
hustle by Matt Woodward there to get a foul.
So, Paul, we talked about this the other day, with Cody Morrell up and not bunting, right? And there's a 4-hitter.
Bunting.
At a 4-1 game, first and second, no outs.
I like
bunting. I like it, too. I mean, you're not looking for it as a defense, right? So it catches you a little. I mean, look where Peter's playing. Peter's playing way behind first base. The only one who has a shot at that is Matt. And if he bunts that up.
Absolutely right.
If he bunts that up the third baseline, Paul, you know.
Yep. Absolutely.
Curveball misses outside.
Oh.
So it's 1-2. That was outside, Paul. It looked good, but that was definitely outside. I could see it.
Yep. I just want him to find it. But again, he's falling off.
Right.
Everything's still going over towards that left-handed batter's box.
He's got to get comfortable. And there's a ground ball foul up the third baseline. Got some house cleaning going on up here. Apparently there's some folks up here that need to be moved downstairs.
It'll get quieter now.
Well, not with us around. It's not going to get quieter. So Griffin calls timeout. So the count's 1-2 to Griffin. First and second, Arsenal on second, and Goodrich on first base. And Goffstown's yet to record an out. So they're ahead 4-1, but that could evaporate in a hurry. So here comes the 1-2 to Griffin. Fastball misses outside. No, I'm standing right above that, Paul. That's outside. Jake tried to bring it back in, but that ball was on the chalk of the left-hand batter. It looks good. It looks great.
But it looks like, to me, he's falling off. Everything's going to that left-hand batter's box.
Yep, he is. He's definitely falling off to his left. He's not coming straight down. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball.
Downhill.
Nice
there we go.
Must have been a little high because that caught a lot of the plate. That must have been a little high. So now we get a full count, and let's see what they do. Arsenal is looking over the coach. I wonder if he's going to send the runners here.
Why not? What do you have to lose? It's a hit and run.
He could take you out of an inning, but ball 4, a base hit. Nope, they're going to stay. And he misses. Matt is disgusted a little bit there. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Tim Kutzer is coming to the plate.
This was our worst nightmare, Mike. We talked about this. Even if you weren't going to have a real quick inning, we didn't need this.
No, you can't have this. So in this situation, I mean, you got to play. Peter and Cody have to play even with the bags. They don't need to come in. I mean, I'd be shocked if Kutzer's bunting here. I don't think they're going to squeeze. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, the corners are staying out.
Yeah.
Middle infield is double back. So
Kutzer's a good hitter. Goffstown in a jam here. And there's a Matty leading off with that curveball again, and there's a strike.
Take a little off until you get comfortable. Hit your spots. I know it's easy to say, but Matt's a mentally strong kid, outstanding pitcher, heck of an athlete and ball player, so he can find it here. He's mentally tough.
He swings and misses. Jake corrals that. I stand corrected. That's not Bedford Exeter over there. It's Bedford Spalding. And Spalding just hit a 2-run home run, and it's now 2-2.
Wow.
So we got a heck of a game going there. Both wearing red. Bedford's must be wearing the light red, and Spalding's wearing the dark red, right?
Heck of a crowd over there, too.
And I got the NHIAA person standing right behind me, and she's giving me the nod. So I finally got something right.
That'll be the only time he gets something right.
Here's the
all
0-2. And it's in the dirt. I'm glad we have it on camera. Jake. I'm right. I was right, Paul. I was right once.
Nice block by Jake.
And if I just turned my head around, I could actually see the scoreboard behind me. So I can give you the count. I can give you everything. So I'm getting texts. A friend of mine, his wife coaches Bedford JV, so she's on the bench today. So I'm getting updates.
Over there.
I'm getting updates from him. Yeah, Karen Samard. I'll give you a shout out to you.
Nice
Curveball.
pitch right there. Nice pitch. Matt Woodward needed that. Goffstown needed that.
If we ever needed an out right there, and that's the kind of out we needed. You know, that pitch, similar to a couple of other curveballs he's thrown, Paul, but that one had a nice bite to it. Right. That one crossed as a strike, landed as a ball. That's the difference.
Big difference.
And so Kutzer goes down looking, and here comes Jake Reaney. Is it Jake or Jack? Yep.
I have Jack.
Yeah, Jack Reaney. Sorry, Jack. He's the second baseman wearing number 21. He's up there now with the bases loaded and 1 out. Matty looking to get out of this. A ground ball to short would be just what the doctor ordered here.
Nice pitch.
Takes a fastball for a strike. Actually, it looked like he took something off of that.
I don't know if that was a changeup. It looked like, whoa, somebody get hit.
Yeah, softball just came flying out and landed in the stands. I don't think it hit him. I think it just missed him.
I thought it got the girl grazed her.
Oh. Maybe it did. Pitch misses outside.
Ooh, great start. Jake got over there.
Yep.
Ooh.
Maybe between innings, Paul, when it gets a little darker, we got to have David turn the camera. Look at that moon right over my right shoulder. Beautiful moon out there.
He'll do it now, and he'll get your head in there.
That's get my head in there. Okay. I'll duck out of the way. All right, David, the pitch is coming. 1-1, and he misses up high. Tell you, David's a great camera guy. I tell you, you tell him to do something, he's right on it. He's like, I'm not waiting until the end of the inning. I'm not waiting until it gets started.
His dad trained him well.
He did.
Right? John's the best cameraman in Tri-Town area.
Sure is. Here comes the 2-1. There's a ground ball. It's not going to be hit hard enough to get 2. Clay's going to go to first, so that's going to score a run.
So
we get the out at first base. Randy does his job. He makes a productive out. So Randy's out 4-3, and the runners move up. So now we have second and third, and Kyle Pufalt, you know what? He had a 41-pitch inning, let up 4 runs. He can tie the game on a base hit right here.
He can help his cause.
He can help himself out.
We've seen it happen before. He's a good ball player.
And I think this is the only way he comes back on the mound is if he ties the game right here. If he comes out of this 4-2, I think that they're going to make the change. I would. I mean, you're down a couple runs. I know you don't want to give those runs right back. Nice curveball. Matty's curveball.
He found it again.
Is nice right now.
Yep. He found it again.
He's thrown it first pitch a couple of times. And, Paul, I'm loving this. I could get into this. I could do every game from up here.
I might come back next year and do it with you and John.
This is great. And he hits it off the end of the back, grounded to first.
Stay down on Peter. Nice job by Peter Hunt.
That retires the side. So there was 2 outs. Now there's 3 outs. And so after 1 full inning, Goffstown leads 4-2. So that was a 3 unassisted for Pufalt.
29 pitches, Mike. Sure, Dave. You're the man in charge of the camera, David. You want to get the moon, get the fans.
David's going to shoot the moon, so I'm going to try to move out of the way here.
29 pitches for Matt.
If you can zoom in on that, baby. Look at that. It's a plane flying right next to it,
Zoom in on that.
For all you astrology majors out there. The moon is about 280,000 miles away from Earth, Paul.
I learned that at Bunker Hill when I went. The academic powerhouse of Boston. Don't let anybody fool you. It's not Harvard. It's not MIT.
It takes. You know, I know it takes light about 1.3 seconds to get from here to the moon. So that's about 280,000 miles. And then the sun's about 92 million miles away. So if it was any
if
it was any closer, then our skin would be a lot darker than it is right now. So that's about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. At 186,000 miles per second.
In my mind, I travel that a lot faster. So I'll tell you what. We didn't come out that quick. They batted through 7, Mike. Scored 2. Matt threw 29 pitches. Nothing crazy because he had a couple of short kids that swung with only two pitches at them.
Yep.
So Nice throw down by the catcher.
Arsenal. Paul, that inning could have been a lot worse.
Oh.
It was bases loaded, no outs, 1 run in, and then that strikeout of Kutzer was huge. I mean, absolutely huge. On a full count pitch, he froze him, got Kutzer looking, and that was a huge out, Paul. I mean, if Kutzer puts the ball in play, it's 4-2.
That's right.
And then the ground ball by Rainey makes it 4-3, right? So, that was a huge out. You can't overestimate that. Overemphasize that fact. And Pufalt is back out there, and Smitty takes a ball up high. It's about the only place that he's not going to swing.
No, and I'll tell you right now, we have Smitty coming up. We know that he flew
out to center.
To center field. Center fielder made a heck of a catch. Then we have Matt, and then we have Jake.
Yep. And it's quickly 2-0 to Smitty.
And Pufalt doesn't look sharp still.
No.
I thought, that other inning, maybe team gets him back in, 4-2, you cut it in half. That's a nice pitch. Of course, I spoke too soon.
I'm not sure if that's Van Allen still in the bullpen, but there's still action out there. So I don't think Pufalt's going to have a very long leash here. Oh, that's off Arsenal's leg.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
And the umpire does what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
Walks out to the mound, taking his time, throwing the ball to Pufalt, letting Arsenal kind of gather himself here. Being a catcher, I know that all too well.
That'll leave a mark.
Yep. Arsenal gets back in his crouch. Looks like he's okay. Believe me, I felt that a million times. Here comes the 2-2 to Smitty. Curveball just misses his shoulder.
Speaking of marks, how's the mark on your wife's arm from catching that ball?
Much better now. She was she was that thing was bruised for a while. And Smitty hits another fly ball to center field. This one's a lazy fly.
Yeah.
And Smitty's out, the first out of the inning. So Smitty flies out to center field for the second time.
And
here comes Matty, who got that big rally started when he got hit by a pitch. His first time up.
The pitcher, number 21, Matthew Woodward.
So Matt was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. He scored the first Goffstown run. Checked this swing, and he went. Pitch was high, but he must have went around. See, I recognize that bat. He's using Tyler's bat. Swings and misses.
He's amped up.
Oh, sure he is.
He's amped up.
He's a little upset. He let up those 2 runs. He's trying to get back here, get those 2 runs back in one swing.
He called timeout, stepped out.
Yep. I see a baseball in our future, Paul. I don't know why. Something coming right back here.
I'm paying attention.
And he struck him out on 3 pitches. So Pufalt makes short work of Matty. And here comes Jake.
Number 18, Jacob.
So Jake singled to center field his last time up in that first inning.
Well, you have 2 outs. Jake's the cleanup hitter. I don't think that he's going to really see much. I don't think I'm going to pitch him away like they were earlier.
Well, I wouldn't give him any juicy fastballs, I'll tell you that. There's a strike.
Yeah.
So Pufalt looks like a different pitcher right now.
Yeah. He struggled at first. He couldn't find it through the balls at Smitty, and he's found it.
Yeah. Yeah, misses low outside. So it's a 1-1 count to Jake.
But Matt, Matt, I think with the getting pumped up didn't help him help his cause.
No, he went up there. He took a strike that he didn't like, and then swung at 2 pitches. So Matt was a little amped up.
They're pitching Jake away, and if they come inside a little bit, he's a smart enough hitter to go the other way to that gap.
Ooh, that pitch was outside, Paul. From my vantage point, that pitch is outside. I'm looking over, and now Bedford has jumped out to a 6-2 lead.
Wow.
They've got 4 runs here on the top of the 4th, and they're still batting.
He's got one to waste here. I thought he was going to hit him.
He missed him. Am I reading that right? Is that 6-2 Bedford? I'm trying to read the scoreboard.
Looks like it's 6-2.
Yeah. I just don't know if that's Bedford.
I don't have my glasses on. I'm old. If it's not here at the wall, I can't see.
And Jake gets a line drive to center field. It's going to stay up for Hewitt. And that's going to retire the side. So Goffstown goes out 1-2-3 in the second. A loud line drive by Jake there. But 1-2-3 nonetheless. So 15 so a much better inning by Pufalt.
That's what you're used to seeing.
Puts him at 56 pitches.
Right.
So I think that says I think Bedford is the visiting team there, right? And Bedford's up 6-2. Yep. In the top of the 4th inning.
It is. David just said it's a beautiful view up here. It's perfect.
Oh, it's getting better by the minute. As it gets dark, the lights are on now. And this is just going to be this is just a fantastic view and a fantastic venue.
Yep.
We can't thank Southern New Hampshire University enough for doing this, and they do it every year. But this is our first time broadcasting from up here, and the hospitality's been great.
Perfect.
They've been really nice to us, getting us up here and making sure there's not too many people up here with us, so we can kind of do our thing. And
can't ask for anything better. I think Goffstown needs to spend some taxpayers' money and build something like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Spend some taxpayers' money, get something like this, and get someone to keep it up like this, too.
We have Portsmouth's going to have Alex Gladue, the DH. He'll be hitting for the left fielder. Looks like Dylan Chase.
Yep.
Then coming up, the number 9 hitter, Calvin Hewitt, the center fielder. And then Portsmouth is right back to the top of the order.
Max Malila. So our cameraman Dave is doing a great job as he's zooming in on meeting at the mound right now.
Leading off for Portsmouth, the designated hitter, number 27, Alex Gladue.
So as Paul said, and was just announced on the PA, Alex Gladue strolls into the plate. Number 27 is the DH today. So let's see how Matty handles this. See if he can settle down this inning. He throws a fastball for a strike.
I don't know much about Alex. Big kid. He's, again, built more like a middle linebacker.
Yep, big boy. I would assume he's got power.
Nice pitch.
Stepped out a little there, Paul. He was a little happy feet. He kind of stepped out, foot in the bucket, as they used to call it. Matt would buckle his knees with a curveball right here.
There it is.
And he swings wildly at a fastball and misses. So makes quick work of Gladue.
The center fielder, number 1, Calvin Hewitt.
So that's Matty's second strikeout of the game. Calvin Hewitt now bats, the center fielder. He's had some work out there today. He's already made 3 plays out there.
He's done real well. But the boys are hitting it well. If they're hitting it to center field, then they're on it.
Yep. Matt misses inside with the fastball there.
And I'm okay with it. Ground ball. If it's that lazy one, you just missed it. Next time, it's barely an eyelash difference, and you drive that ball to center field.
Right. That pitch misses.
A little
must
low.
Be low. 2-0.
They're playing him straight away. Nothing fancy. Looks like. Maybe Schwannard's playing him a little bit to pull.
A couple of
From
Sauhegan boys over there on the third base side.
Tell you what, we do not want to
No, I
walk.
was just going to say that. You took the
number
words out of
9
my
hitter.
mouth. You don't want to walk the 9 hitter. He's probably got decent speed being in the 9 hole, and you're rolling to the top of the order. And there's a strike, so Matt's going to try to fight back here.
Your 9 is very similar. We said it 100 times, right? Very
Second
similar
leadoff hitter.
to your number 1. So
he's probably got good speed, probably good contact hitter here. So here comes the 3-1. See if Hewitt's swinging away. And he is. And he hits a line drive to right at Smitty.
Right at Smitty.
And Smitty makes the grab. So he got a good pitch on 3-1, but he lines out to right. So there's 2 down. And Max Lalilla, who singled his first time up.
he hit a nice shot. Went straight up the middle. You remember Matt had to actually get himself out of the way.
Yep.
He almost got hit by that pitch. He got hit by a pitch, but he almost got hit by that
He got hit by that hit, right.
So that first inning could have been a rough one for him.
Yep.
But he did hit the ball well last time.
So good start to this inning so far from Matt. 2 down, and he misses outside with that pitch for a ball. So Pufalt had a 1-2-3 inning, and Matt's trying to do the same. Goffstown will have Taylor, Cody, and Connor Isaac coming up, 5, 6, 7 next inning.
Nice pitch.
That
A
pitch
little
misses
high.
Yep, a little bit high. I like this railing here, Paul. We can lean on this railing, stretch our backs out, stretch these legs out. Both of us with our bad wheels,
The only thing missing is Tano's Pizza after that strike by Matt.
There's a concession stand back there. We should send somebody back there for something for us.
Though I should get one of his salads instead of the pizza, but the pizza's just so good.
Nah, you got to get one of the meatball subs. His meatball,
Killing me.
His meatball and sausage combo. Oh, tell you, with some melted provolone.
Provolone.
Oof. Get some roasted onions and peppers on that.
You're killing me.
Making myself hungry. Fastball fouled straight back by Malilla, and the count runs full. Had a Bill Surratt sighting down there.
I thought I saw him walking in earlier carrying his chair, and Was that his wife that's with him?
No, that's my
Who's with
sister-in-law,
your sister-in-law?
Cheryl.
That's
Yep,
right. That's right.
Paul's
that's right.
wife. And Paul, I saw Paul around somewhere. There's a line drive foul.
Ooh.
Almost hit the third base umpire. That ball was smoked, and it ends up in the top out there.
That was a hell of a hit right there. If it comes down that line. But the good thing for us, Smalls has incredible speed. Gets there, gets it in, could hold him to a long single. But we're at it again right here.
Yep. Full count again, and Malila, who's hit the ball hard twice now. Here comes the pitch. Curveball hits a weak ground ball. Cody coming. Oh, it gets by Cody, but Connor's there to back it up to throw to first. It's too late. So the ball went over Cody's glove. Connor was right where he needed to be. Made the play close, but Malila's just too fast for that.
You going to score that a hit?
Yeah, I'm going to score that a hit. That's a tough play for Cody. You know, he's coming across. That's a tough play for him. And maybe if he lets it go, you know, Connor calls him off there. He lets it go. Connor's got a better shot at him. But I don't know if Connor throws him out. I mean, Cody may have shielded him a little bit there, but, you know, it's not like he really hampered him that much. So Malila's just too fast. So now Maddie's throwing over there. The sun's gone, so Peter doesn't have to worry about that. Paul, there's a beautiful sky out there in left field.
It's fading over Goffstown right now. That's out of play.
Arsenal hits a foul down the left field line. That's going to go into the grass, roll under the tree, probably down into the parking lot. So it's one strike to Arsenal, the catcher. Walked his first time up. Paul, I got a beautiful view here. I could just sit here and take this view in all night long.
It is a great view.
The 0-1 to Arsenal.
He got it.
Oh, he gave him that one.
Now I had it on my side, and that's painting. You know, could have gone either way.
Yep.
But because it's Matt and I love him, I'm calling it a strike.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless.
Absolutely. So it's 0-2 to Arsenal, and he steps out. So Bedford still ahead 6-2 in the softball game after 4. Arsenal now in there. Wouldn't be surprised to see Malila take off here. He does not. And he misses high. It's a good curveball count right here, Paul. That's what I'm thinking, you know.
That's why he's going to take off.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking he's going to be running soon. 0-2, 1-2, you know, that pitch was kind of high.
Curveball doesn't help you catch it. I don't have to tell you that.
Nope.
Throwing him out.
And Arsenal battling here as he follows that one.
Unless it's totally clean.
Right.
You know, clean and a little bit of oomph on it, then you stand a chance. But once it gets close to that dirt or outside, and you have a runner like this kid with some speed.
You're having a hard time with that pencil again, huh?
Now it's just nervousness.
Are you snapping at yourself?
I'm probably breaking my lead there. Oh, and there we go. Didn't we just say that was going to happen?
Curveball in the dirt. So, you know, I guess the third base coach doesn't listen to me. I knew he'd be throwing a curveball at some point.
I think the coach was a little upset. He gave a little yell over, smacked his hands. I think
he knew.
Yeah, somebody missed a sign over first.
Yeah, may have been Malila missing the sign.
I think he missed a sign.
Because that's a perfect pitch to steal on, Paul. We talked about it. He threw the high fastball, and you know he's going to change his eye level, right? He's going to throw the curveball next pitch. Fastball misses high and in. So now the count's full. Now he's going to be running. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Matt throw over here to keep Malila honest. 4-2 Goffstown, bottom of the second inning. Oh, and Peter is not holding him on anymore because he knows he's going to be taken off. So he's willing to give him that extra step as a lead. First base coach over there talking to Malila, telling him, say, hey, you know, he's still a possibility that he runs in behind you, but Malila's not getting too crazy with his lead. There he goes. And that pitch misses inside. Arsenal
how'd it look on your side?
It was inside.
Was it?
Arsenal walks for the second time. And this came back to bite Maddie last time. A walk to Arsenal, but there was no outs done. And
but I'm also concerned with pitch count.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The temperature's going to change pretty quick now that sun's gone down.
Yeah. So Goodrich singled and drove in a run. His first, and he hits one off the end of the bat to first.
Right to Peter. Stay down.
He comes up, bobbles it. The ball had some English on it, but makes the play. Had plenty of time, and that retires the side. So the score at the end of 2 full is now Goffstown 4 and Portsmouth 2. And David is now giving us a nice view of that sunset out there. The sky is just a beautiful color right now. It's like a very light pink and some wispy clouds out there right over the tree line. It's just a great view.
What are you setting yourself up for a date night with Sarah?
I am.
I mean,
in a couple of innings, the moon's gonna be a little bit higher, and it's gonna be a great shot.
Giving me the boot. Well, Matt threw 23 pitches, Mike, in that one, a little bit less. He made quick work of the first kid, Alex Gladue, right? 3 quick pitches, struck him out looking. And then he did well with Calvin Hewitt, right? Floor to 9. But then he started throwing some high pitches with Max Malilla and Bo Arsenault. Both of those were 7-pitch at bats for both of those two players.
So I'm sorry, Paul, how many pitches did you say Matt threw that inning?
23.
23. So it puts him at 52.
So he's got to settle down, but right now we know Jake made last. So we have Taylor French coming up, Cody Morrell, and Connor Hyzak coming up for the Grizzlies.
You got Taylor and then the killer C's, Cody, Connor, and Clay.
I like that. And it's the boys call Clay Cletus, I guess. Yeah. It's like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
Remember that? Well, I guess now the car was taken off because of the flag, but that was a good show back in the day.
Cletus, wasn't he the truck driver and
the mechanic,
Smokey and the Bandit too, right?
Was Cletus?
His name was Cletus.
I know the dog's name was Flash, right?
Yeah, dog's name
Basset
was Flash. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the guy's name was Cletus.
Flash or Fred?
Taylor swinging at the first pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Malila, nice backhand, long throw.
Nice play.
God,
he's safe.
Took him off the bag.
Safe.
Yeah, he is safe.
He's
I thought
safe.
the first baseman came back, and now Taylor's running back to the bag.
He's safe.
Not sure why.
The first baseman actually raised his leg and kicked.
But it looked like he came back down on it, but Portsmouth coach is going out to talk to the umpire. So if he stays on first base, that's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Yes,
on
the throw. But Mike, the first baseman, we'll see it when you replay it.
Yeah, he came up. I saw him.
He got a little fresh on that.
Yeah, he did. He kicked back, but I thought when he came down, he initially missed the bag. I thought he got it, and then tried to kick at Taylor. Like you're right, but I think the umpire made the right call.
Yep. Because when Taylor tried to get back to the bag, that's when he raised the leg and almost tried to push him off.
And Taylor didn't need to rush back to the bag because he never made the turn. So.
And I appreciate the fact that Taylor kept us cool.
Yep.
Don't get caught up in anything right now.
So let's see if we can take advantage of this error here with Cody up.
Cody Morrell walked last time. He ended up scoring. That was part of that little rally we had.
Yep. Cody was the 4th run to score in the first inning. Looks to bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball.
And you know what? Here we go. We just talked about it. I like small ball. And even though you have someone like Cody that's got some serious power, he can bunt. You get French moved to second. This is going to be a game that's only going to be won by a run or two. So every run counts.
Cody swings and misses.
He was way ahead on that one. It's all right.
So it's 1-1.
You know who I don't see here is Kenny Morrell down in Dad's Row further on first base.
I didn't see him. He has to be here. I mean, there's no way he's not here.
No, he'd have to be on his deathbed.
Yeah, that ball misses low, so it's 2-1.
He hasn't missed a game, I think, since he took. He was away one time for business, and then both he and Cody missed because they were on a cruise.
Yep.
13-year-old, but I don't see Ken.
He may be behind the dugout, Paul.
Who?
If he's like close to the dugout where we can't see him. I had the count as 3-1, Paul.
That's what I have. I have 3-1.
The scoreboard says 2-1. I thought I was right. So 3-1 now to Cody. The scoreboard says 2-1. Well, that's the scoreboard in the outfield. The scoreboard on your screen should say 3-1.
What is it? You say it and I'll swear to it. How's that? All right?
Yeah. You know what we didn't think about, Paul? We hope we have enough light up here when it gets dark because we don't have any kind of light up here. Hoping these lights here. And that misses. Oh, Cody thought he had ball 4, and so did I.
I thought my side here looked up and away. Yep. I was thinking ball 4 myself.
So the count is now full to Cody. Yeah, Paul, he has to be behind the dugout where we can't see him, like real close to the Goffstown dugout. Oh, he checked the swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. He gets rung up from second base, and Cody is upset. And I can't say that I blame him, but.
Yeah.
So it did look like he went, Paul. He got rung up by the second base umpire.
It didn't look like he went. He also, I think, had ball 4. They called it a strike.
Yeah.
So it was a tough at bat right there.
You should be more upset about that one.
Yep, I agree. I agree with you,
than
Mike.
The last one, I'll tell you.
That stung a little.
Yep. So we have to get one of our boys to go down and try to find out where Ken is. Watch out.
Hit him right in the head.
Hit him in the back of the helmet. And Connor
Is he
picks
okay?
up his helmet
Wow.
and runs down the baseline.
Let me tell you something. That young kid, the back of the helmet, I hope, give him a minute there, but grabbed his helmet, right to first base.
Yeah. That's a high fastball right in the back of the helmet. And, that's not a good spot to get hit. Let's hope Connor's okay. I mean, he picked up his helmet, ran down the baseline, so I'm assuming he's okay.
Well, that's because, his father, just below us here, saying that right there. Son, get your helmet and run to first base.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't worry about anything else afterwards.
That ball is outside.
What?
Oh. Yeah, Taylor's not the greatest base runner out there. Not the most fleet of foot either. So
Nope.
Pufalt is calling Arsenal out to the mound.
They got crossed up in that one.
Clay is going on to third base to talk to Coach Lawrence.
Arsenal was set up, looked like inside.
Yep.
Pufalt threw it up and away, so I don't know if it was they were crossed up or what.
Yeah, temperature dropped about 15 degrees once the sun went down, but it's beautiful right now. I'll take this all day, every day. Absolutely beautiful temperature right now. That pitch is high and in, and it's 2-0 to Clay. So Clay's in the driver's seat right here.
I don't think he's throwing, he's throwing inside and up. The ball's staying up. I just think he's missing his spots.
Yep.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, Bedford is just pounding the ball around over there. It's still 6-2, but actually it's 8-2 now. They just changed the scoreboard.
Ooh.
That pitch is low and inside, so it's 3-0 to Clay.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice scrap pick.
Yeah,
coming
by
inside.
Arsenal. Yeah. So Pufalt is in danger of walking the bases loaded here, and I'm looking in the outfield, and the pitcher who's warming up is ready. He's just standing there right now.
Yeah, you don't want to throw too much.
He may be coming in after this batter.
Oh,
Pitch
inside.
is his first strike.
Oh.
Got the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah, but you know what? Neither here nor there on that one.
Yeah. So it's 3-1 to Clay. Good hitters count right here. He's looking for one pitch and one pitch only. Good, nice gap in right center field. And
outside.
That ball,
no way.
Wow.
I'll tell you right now, absolutely no way.
That was 6 inches outside, like Ted Williams would say.
That was on the chalk for the right-handed batter's box. I'm right on that line.
Mm-hmm. So here comes a 3-2 to Clay now, and he fouls it back out of play. So good waste right there by Clay.
And you know what? Be consistent, though.
Yeah.
On here. I've seen those pitches getting called. Again, I'll be a homer. I'll be Jerry Remy.
Yep.
A little more against us, but, it is what it is.
Yeah. Clay fake break, and Taylor fake broke off a second base, and Clay fouls it straight back. Peter grabs the ball. So Taylor at second, Connor at first. One out here in the top of the third inning, 4-2 Goffstown.
Let it go.
Oh!
No way. No
Wow.
way. Mike, I am telling you right now, no way on that one.
Yeah, he's been generous with these outside corners all of a sudden. Matty wasn't getting them. And
No.
He's certainly calling them right now.
The first baseman, the 13.
So here's Peter. He walked and was credited with an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded. That scored Cody. That was the last of the 4 runs. That pitch hits him.
That hit him.
No, he said it hit and it did. It hit the knob of the bat. And Peter nodded his head. It didn't hit his hand. It hit the knob of the bat. And the umpire made the right call. And Peter knew it. Peter shook his head. He knew.
We got to teach Pete to just say it
right,
hit his hand.
He just got to shake his hand. But, it probably hit the fat part of Pete's hand down there, but
Pete's an honest kid, right?
He obviously is, because the umpire went over and asked him, and he nodded his head.
He
said yes.
gave an honest answer.
He doesn't have a poker face, that's for sure.
No.
Good curveball there by Pufalt. Hasn't thrown many of those tonight. Tell you what, he settled down nicely since that first inning.
Yep.
He threw 41 pitches, only threw 15 last inning. He's thrown a few more this inning, but he's trying to work around an error and a hit by pitch, and Peter fouls that one back, and it's 1-2 now. So he's one pitch away from getting out of this inning, which started with an error by Malila on the throw to first base on Taylor. Got Cody called out on strikes. Well, it was a check swing. He hit Connor and then got Clay looking. So here's the 1-2 to Peter, and he strikes out. So Pufalt strikes out the side there and gets out of trouble. He got himself into trouble, but worked out of it. So the score at the end of 2.5 innings is Goffstown 4, Portsmouth 2. And Paul, we've left now 5 runners on base so far in the 3 times we've batted. But you know what? Portsmouth has also left 5.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, he threw 20 pitches there, a total of 76.
Sorry, Portsmouth threw left 4. I'm sorry, go ahead,
Paul.
No,
and it's just, what it's getting to me is, I was just going to start touching on what you just said. We're starting to, swing at some bad pitches. I want Matt to settle down. We're making this Dufo now again look good. 76 to 2. He struck out, 3 kids in that inning. That's how he got his putouts.
Yeah, he has 5 strikeouts in the game now. I mean, he struck out the leadoff batter, Small looking, and then he got into all kinds of trouble after that. I mean, he was probably a pitch away from being taken out of the game. And
he absolutely.
And then he went a 1-2-3 second, and Van Allen is going back into the bullpen. Yep. He's probably thrown 6 innings out there already, and then he actually struck out the side last inning with an error and a hit batsman mixed in there. So the error didn't come back to haunt him. We were hoping it did in the hit batsman
Not so
as well.
much. Mike, we have 4, 5, 6 coming up here. You have Kyle Griffin, right fielder. You have Tim Kutzer, the third baseman, and then you have Jack Rainey, the second baseman.
Yep, and walk, strikeout, ground out to second, respectively, for those 3 guys. I'm looking over in the stands, and I see a Sauhegan coach is still up there and 3 or 4 ball players, so they're very interested in this ball game.
A lot of baseball left, 4-2.
Yep.
Everyone, remember we said in the first inning, hey, it's 4-0. Yeah, nice to get excited, but
yep, we knew that wasn't going to last. All the runs so far are scored in the first inning, so that's a ball outside. So it looked like it was going to be a fireworks. 6 runs in the first inning, and the last 3 half innings have been no runs. Let's hope it stays that way. It is a strike. Griffin walked his first time up. So that was that actually walked in a run. I'm sorry, it did not. It loaded the bases.
Oh.
That pitch is outside, so it's 2-1 now to Griffin. Griffin's the right fielder. Can't say it enough. Number 24, Dwight Evans, one of my favorite players.
Agreed.
That pitch is low. So it's 3-1, and Matty, this is not what he wants to be doing.
No, and I tell you, Mitchie's still out. You see him out in right field, bullpen. They're just watching. I think the coach knows. He'll see how these first couple of batters go.
Mitchell and Tyler are out there watching with Coach Moody, and he walks him. So Griffin walks for the second time, and here comes Kutzer, who was called out looking, and, it was a tough pitch, and that was with the bases loaded. That was a huge out at the time, Paul, because if you remember, it was 4-1, bases loaded, no outs, and he struck Kutzer out.
That was huge.
And Lopez is going out to the mound again to talk to a senior pitcher.
And Coach Lawrence just gave 2 thumbs up out to the bullpen.
Yep.
I think you're probably going to see Mitchie start, throwing again because the temperature's dropping.
Yep.
Don't want to have him come in cold, only throwing 7.
Yeah, I think he was asking with the 2 thumbs up, Paul, if he was ready. Yeah, and I didn't see a reply from Coach Moody. I see him sitting out there. I didn't see him reply. And you look at Lopez, he's telling him, his landing. And, Paul, we talked about that earlier, right, about him being uncomfortable in his landing. And, so he's talking probably about his stride foot and his plant foot. So we'll see how Matt does now after this visit. He's got to be careful with Kutzer. Kutzer's a good hitter. He struck out looking his last time up, so he probably wants a little payback here. I wouldn't mind seeing him strike out again, to be honest with you, but watch out. Oh, that gets by Jake. I think Jake thought it was going to hit Kutzer, and he kind of pulled his glove back, and it didn't hit him, and it went off Jake's glove. And, how I hate to do it, but I got to score that as a pass ball because he should have caught it. But I'll bet Jake thought that was going to hit him.
Oh, absolutely. I thought it was going to hit him.
And so did I. So there's the 1-0 pitch to Kutzer, and he swings and misses.
He swung for the fences,
he was swinging to tie the game right there, Paul. Kutzer wanted to come and make that a 4-4 game right there. Griffin's bouncing around out there at second base. He's got a big lead. Clay is slapping his glove, but no one's even near him. Curveball, nice pitch.
That's a nice pitch.
Must have been a little high, Paul. I saw Jake come up a little bit. Jake threw that ball back a little faster. I could tell Jake's a little.
He's not happy.
He's a little upset with that one.
He held the ball a little bit longer at that spot.
Yep.
He's not getting the call's not going both ways.
He came up a little bit, might have thrown the umpire off, and now it's 3-1, and Matt is in danger of walking the first 2 batters here. And I think if he does, I think you're going to see Mitch.
Yeah, Lawrence just stepped out, gave a look down there to right. If he walks here, I think you're going to definitely see
John
the change.
Scocky's now moving closer to the fence. Matty comes in with a strike there, and it's now full.
You're right. Without the light, getting pretty hard
it's getting tough here.
Write down this book.
Maybe like Paul Revere in a little while.
Man.
We'll get a lantern or something. Here comes the 3-2 to Kutzer. And he struck him out looking again. And I said at the beginning of the at-bat I wouldn't mind seeing that, and I did. And Kutzer goes down looking for the – Paul, you got to swing the bat.
Right, with 2 strikes.
Come on, that's too close of a pitch to take. I mean, he can complain all he wants about the first one, and he may have had a case, but come on.
You don't have a case there.
You already got rung up once. You cannot let that happen. Put the ball in play. Just
shame on him.
Flick your wrist out. They hit a ground ball to first and move the runner over to third. But now Griffin is at second base with 1 out, and Matty now throws a strike to Jack Rainey, the second baseman. So Mitch is just standing there. He must be ready. I see Tyler just tossing the ball up and down out there. But Mitch is just standing there. Curveball. There's a ground ball.
Oh, where
was Clay going? I don't know. Here's the throw to first base. He's got him. Not sure why Clay was going towards second base on that.
I got nervous, Mike.
Yeah, so did I. So that's the second time that Rainey's grounded out to second. So there's 2 outs for Pufalt, who came up in the first inning with second and third and 2 outs and grounded out to first. So let's see what he can do here. A base hit will score Griffin from third. And I'm sure that's all Pufalt wants to do here, but Matty steps off and Griffin runs back to the bag. You got Gladue on deck, who Matty made quick work of his last time up. That pitch misses outside for a ball. And look at the middle infield, Paul, backing up the pitcher, huh? You don't see that all the time.
It's well coached when they were kids.
Yep. There's a long drive to left field. That's going to get over Small's head. It is
gone.
Off the top of the fence and back in play. And that's back in, and he's going to be in with a stand-up double. So Pufalt misses a home run by an inch. Hit the top of hit the yellow. Actually, I think the yellow, is the yellow a home run?
I don't know.
In a lot of parks, the yellow's the home run. And they're talking about that right now, but Pufalt is right now at second base. And the dugout coach is asking the third base coach to ask the umpire about it, but it looks like they're just going to stay with the double. So that ball was a rocket, Paul. That got out there in no time at all. So Pufalt is at second base.
Changes everything. 4-3. We got it.
4-3, and here comes Gladue, who struck out his last time up, and that pitch is high, and Matt is a little rattled. So it's 4-3 Goffstown now. Paul, that ball was smoked.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. It hit the top of the fence and bounced in, a la Matt Woodward against Portsmouth.
That's right.
And Gladue hits a fly ball to center field, but Carter Schwinard is under it, and he makes the grab, and that retires the side. But Portsmouth comes up with 1 run. And after 3 full innings, it's Goffstown 4 and Portsmouth 3. Paul, we were an inch away from a tie game.
Yep. Oh, no kidding.
That ball was crushed. Absolutely crushed.
He was on it. He was sitting it. He got his pitch and he drove it.
Yep.
Did what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
Matty again struggled a little bit here this inning. 17 pitches, though that it's low, but he's still not that Matt Woodward. I know he's not feeling well, and I'm not making excuses for Matt. He's been battling, a pretty bad cold. He's at a total of 69 pitches. Right now, Goffstown's going to have the top of the order coming up. And you know what? You need to have an answer here, Mike. This is the 3rd time around for these boys, and they're too good to not have an answer. They need to put up something.
And they're going to Van Allen, Paul, number 10.
So they made the change.
Yeah, they made the change. Number 10 is Trevor Van Allen. Okay. He's a junior, right-hander, tall kid. He was thrown in the bullpen for a couple of innings, and now they've made the move. So we'll get you the line score on Pufalt. So Pufalt threw 76 pitches, right?
Yes, that's what I have is 76 pitches.
1, 2, 3. He only let up 4 hits. I mean, I'm already counting them. They're on the scoreboard out there. He let up 4 hits, and he struck out 3, walked 4. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong line. I'm reading Matt's line. He let up 1, 2, 3. He let up 3 hits. Oh, they have us for 4 hits. So am I missing one somewhere?
76 pitches.
1, 2, 3. I only have us for 3 hits, Paul. They must have scored they must have scored Taylor as a hit for some reason. I have him as 3 hits.
5 Ks?
3 hits, 5 Ks, and 3 walks and a hit batter. Yep. 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks. He let up 4 runs, all earned.
Well, this changes your game.
Yep. So
Mike.
Yep, it
Go ahead,
sure
I didn't mean to
does.
interrupt you.
No, I said Smalls striding in. Smalls is 0 for 2. He struck out and popped out in the first inning. So this is his first at bat since the first inning. How often do you see that? And Smalls swings at the first pitch. It's a line drive to center field that Hewitt comes in on and makes the catch.
He's been busy out
Hewitt,
there.
I tell you what, Hewitt's one heck of a center fielder.
He covered some ground right there.
He did. The ball wasn't hit as hard as it sounded, and he had to come a long way for that. I don't think he had to dive, but, you know, why not? Why not?
Made it look good, picked your team up. You knew he had a beat on the ball.
And I'm surprised that Small swung at the first pitch there. New pitcher. Surprised he didn't look at a couple from Van Allen. But
you know, unless Lawrence told him to get aggressive.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, Smitty takes a ball. That pitch must have been in the dirt because why didn't he swing?
Uncharacteristic.
Smitty swings at everything.
Right.
So Pufalt goes 3 innings and throws 76 pitches. And there's a strike. So the count is 1-1 on Smitty.
A lot of yelling going on over there.
It's 8-3.
Oh, he hit him.
Bedford. Oh, no, that bounced in the dirt. It didn't hit him.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
He's
move.
still standing there. He didn't move.
Man. I got to get some night vision goggles or something. What was that all about? I thought it hit him and
Yeah. So Spalding's trying to make a comeback here. It's 8-3 Bedford over there. Here comes the 2-1 to Smitty, and that misses low. So it's 3-1. So Smitty's in a hitter's count here. He doesn't walk much, so you must really be off the plate to walk this kid. Smitty just looking to get on. Fastball misses low when he does, so we have his speed on the bases.
The pitcher, number 21, Matthew Woodward.
if we wanted to see somebody come out of their funk and have some of that NyQuil, DayQuil stuff that doesn't make them groggy, but, you know, get into it, help his cause right here, be huge.
Yeah.
But stay within himself.
Matty was hit by a pitch and struck out. He was a little amped up on that strikeout. He took a strike and then swung at 2 pitches. But we got Smitty at first. See if Coach puts something on here. You got a nice gap, and actually got gaps in both outfields, one in right center, one in left center.
Yeah, they're playing the lines pretty good, but you know what? That center fielder can cover some ground.
Yep. Yeah, he can, but, I mean, he hits a line drive in either of those gaps, and Ethan's going to score easily. Mitchell's throwing hard again now. And there's a line drive to second. Second baseman fields it over to short for 1, throw to first, and they got him a double play. It was close, so it's a 4-6-3 double play, and they get out of the inning. That was nicely turned. The second baseman, Rainey, did a great job ranging over to his left. He went down for it, made a nice throw to the shortstop. The shortstop is Max Malila, who made a perfect throw over to Goodrich for the 4-6-3 double play.
8 pitches thrown.
That's a great inning by Van Allen, just what they needed.
Looks like we're doing a change here, Mike. Looks like
I think Mitchie's going to come in. Yeah, I saw
Matty's
him.
to right field.
He was throwing hard, and so Matty's going into right. So that means Ethan's probably coming out of the game. Nope, Ethan is going to center, so they're taking Carter out. So Taylor will just hit for Mitchell now. So Ethan's going into left, Small's going to center, and Matty's going to right. So we have Mitchie now on the mound.
I know I had 69 pitches for Matt.
So Matty threw 69 pitches. He let up 4 hits. He walked 3, hit a batter, and struck out 3. So he pitched 3 innings. He let up 3 runs. All 3 of his runs were earned. What did I say, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, Paul?
You have, 4 hits, 3 walks, 1 hit by pitch.
I'm sorry, Paul. He had 4 walks. 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. He had 2 in the first inning. So let's see if Mitch can continue So he goes. His real name is John. They just introduced him as John. Everybody calls him Mitch. So, yeah. So we're gonna. That must be his official name. But I see my wife walking down there. I wonder if she must have went out for a stroll. She's coming up right by you, behind the stands.
See you down there.
Yeah. She was sitting below us. She was with Mrs. Woodward. I still see her down there on her phone texting, not paying attention to the game. No. Just kidding there, Lynn. Lynn's in a boot. Paul, you have any update on that? What did she do to her foot?
I think it was the Achilles, if I remember right.
So she heard it before,
Yes.
and then she's back in the booth again?
Well, I'll tell you what. Mitchie, as we know, all season long, keeps the ball low, and he's a Picasso. He likes to paint, And that's what you need right now because the number 1 seeded team in the state is not going down without a fight. And we have a brawl here. So who's going to make the mistakes? Who's going to? Yeah. So we have 9-1 and 2 coming up, Mike.
Yep. There's only been one official error. We had it as an error, and I think that the scorer in the booth downstairs had it as a base hit. So, Paul, why don't we change Taylor's to a base hit?
Base hit.
Because they have it. They scored it as a base hit. So we may as well do the same. So there are no errors in the game. Here's the first pitch by Mitch. Misses inside. You know, if Mitch can stay hot like he's been, the way he's been pitching.
I missed the first one. Was that a ball?
That was a ball, yeah. I missed it. Missed up and in.
Okay.
Jake setting up low and outside. And Mitchie hits the mitt perfectly for a strike. I'm not going to call him John. I know him as Mitch. I'm always going to call him Mitch. So this is where John, the dad, he starts pacing like a wild animal.
He's down there front row.
Whoa, nice curveball. Oh, yes, he did.
If you didn't call that a strike. He was going to call it a ball. He didn't pull it. He squared the bunt ball, and he thought he was getting the fastball. He got a curve, and it completely threw him off, and he never took the bat back. So Mitchie's got him set up here 1-2 right now. John's got head into.
And it's a check swing.
We should have this all
Cody
day.
comes over there. Easy throw to first base. To retire Hewitt, who got down the line well.
Do you see? Look at John. He's the big breath.
Yep.
Cheeks are out like he's Louis Armstrong blowing into a trumpet. All right.
He'll be like that the rest of the game. He's sitting down there right now, but his knees are going.
So David,
his legs are
you go home,
jumping up and down.
David, when you go home, Google Louis Armstrong or YouTube it and when the big cheeks blowing a trumpet and you say, Dad, that's what you look like after each batter.
Yeah, Dave just asked me if he can get a picture of him. We'll get him after this pitch. We'll get him down there. Curveball by Mitchie misses. Go ahead, Dave. And John's upset with the strike call. He leans back. Look at him. He's got his hands on his face. He almost like, I can't watch here, you know. He's like, oh, what are you doing to me? But he's got a great seat right there. Here comes the 1-0, and that's in the dirt. And John leans back in his seat again. So Mitchie's falling behind the leadoff batter, Malila, 2-0. Malila's 2 for 2 on the day so far.
There you go.
There's a strike. Malila's hit the ball hard so far today. Well, he had that line drive single to center, right? And then he drilled that one down the left field line that went foul. And then he hit that ground ball that bounded over Cody's glove, and Connor couldn't throw him out. He fouls that one straight back. So it's 2-2 now.
Made my oldest daughter lurch back from her phone, texting down there in white in the second row.
Yeah, I saw her. I saw her walk in.
She made the drive up from Boston.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
curveball. Oh, he froze
man.
him. What a pitch. What a great pitch by
Mike,
Mitchell.
I'll tell you what, from this side, that pitch was ridiculous.
Yeah, that looked like it was coming right at him, and Malila braced for it, and the thing just dropped off the table.
Man, oh, man.
And,
David, I hope you got a good shot at that pitch.
I hope so, too.
That was incredible.
That was a great pitch.
That's legit right there.
Best curveball I've seen him throw all year. And Mitchell seems to be on his game right now.
Wow. At first, I'm like, it's going to hit him.
Yeah, so did I.
And I think
Malila thought the same thing. He's like, how the heck did that get in there? That pitch misses inside, so it's 2-0. Tell you, Mitch has been nothing short of outstanding lately.
Unsung hero of this team, regardless of what happens.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's foul
back to us,
over us into the trees, and it's 2-1. I mean, the hardest hit ball all year was the home run Oxford hit off him. And then he let up 2 singles after that, and I don't think he let up a hit after that.
His ERA before that, I think, was like 0.8.
Well, he's only charged with 1 run there, right?
Oh, that's right.
So, and then he didn't let up another hit the rest of the game after he let up 2 immediately after that. He didn't let up another hit the rest of the game. He hit a batter.
Right.
That pitch missed for a ball, so it's 3-1. So that's a strike.
That was a nice pitch. Again, I almost had to get on my pulpit if they didn't call that a strike.
Yeah.
I'm standing. I'm like, wow. Jake had a nice frame. I can see the whole plate.
Yep. So Arsenal, full count. Here's the pitch. And he
nice
struck
pitch.
him out.
Wow,
and
Michael.
John jumps up out of his seat. And Mitchie with a fantastic curveball there.
My goodness.
Oh,
he's going for a walk. Look at him. Get a picture of your father down there. Look at him pacing around.
He can breathe again. He got up off his seat. He's looking around. He's pointed at people. He's like, yep, I'm the proud pupper right now. Look at him. He's over with Mr. Stekowicz and with Kerry Stekowicz and Scott Gross.
Mike,
saying,
15
yep, that
pitches.
was my kid. 15 pitches.
15
what an inning.
pitches. And you know what? He had to get through 1 and 2, and he struck them both
out. He got the ground ball by Hewitt and struck out the 1 and 2 batters, who have both been on base twice already. Malila was 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and Arsenal had walked twice, and he struck them both out.
Mike, I'm getting agita. Oh, my goodness.
Paul, buckle in, buddy. We're just starting here. Top of the 5th inning. Goffstown's leading 4-3. This is what it's all about, my friend.
And I'm trying to keep the book, but I'm trying to look, and I'm like, hey. You know what we need? Next year we got to spend some money, get like a mascot or something. Put one of the kids in that, in a little grizzly costume with, you know, the grizzly with the growl, you know?
Right. Yeah, we got to do that.
Got to get, what is it, Fungo over there in Fisher Cats, and then you have Wally the Green Monster. Well, why can't we have George the Grizzly, you know? I'll tell you what, I hit a scratch ticket or I do something, I'll buy that. Well, right now, Mike, we have Jake Hunt leading off, and then we're going to head right down the order with French and Cody.
Yeah,
so
4, 5, 6 coming up here, Paul, to lead off the 5th inning for us.
Jake's 1 for 2 for the day.
Yep. Jake flew out to center and singled.
Ooh.
There's a strike. So the relief pitchers are doing their job, Paul. Van Allen came in, and he threw, 8 pitches and got us out 1, 2, 3 kind of. There was a walk in there, and Jake's in the hole 0-2. There was a fly out to center, a walk to Smitty, and then Matty hit into the 4-6-3 double play. So he only threw 8 pitches last inning. And then Mitchie comes in and throws a 1, 2, 3 inning, 15 pitches, a ground to third, and then 2 consecutive strikeouts. So the relief pitchers are doing their job so far. So Jake in the hole 0-2, just looking to protect here. Here comes the pitch from Van Allen. And he pops it up. Ball, see if you can grab that one. That's going to be 2 out left and fall below us. So the count stays at 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 to Jake again. Fastball fouled up to the other side of us this time.
You didn't miss that one by much. Right over our heads, it's straight back. Pitch is taking a long time. Jake did the right thing.
A little delayed reaction.
What do you got? Anything good?
It's not working.
Oh, there it is.
The 0-2 to Jake, and he lays off of that. So it's 1-2. So I have that queued up now. So every ball that goes out of play will play the broken glass noise. Paul, it's technology. We want it. We just go to our phones and we find it.
Can you imagine? So much for Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, no kidding. I got a couple sets I can let go cheap. 1-2 misses outside. Arsenal in his Tony Pena stance back there. So count is now 2-2 to Jake. Putting a bat on here.
Well, he's working its way back to his favor.
Yep, he fell down 0-2. And there's a ground ball, gets by the pitcher. Second baseman, Rainey throws him out, and there's 1 away.
The designated hitter, number 16, Taylor.
So Jake's out 4-3. And Taylor strides in. So Taylor, by the benefit of the scorer down there, is 2 for 2. We had him reaching on an error, but we were overruled by the scorer downstairs. And that's okay. We'd rather see Taylor 2 for 2. Here comes the pitch by Van Allen, and that's fouled out of play.
Ooh. There we go. The broken glass. Got somebody over there. Oh, that's Kenny Martin. No, is that Kenny?
Is that Kenny?
I can't. No, maybe that's Campbell.
Not Kenny. That's.
Oh,
I thought I saw Campbell down below us, and there's a strike. So it's 0-2 now.
0-2 quick.
Not sure who that is. Yeah, that might be Campbell. That looks like Campbell. Yep. So Taylor in the hole 0-2 here. And he fouls that one out of play.
And you know what? The Emmy for special effects goes to Mike Santoro.
It's like giving a kid a toy. Oh, my God, I'm having too much fun with this. The 0-2 again. And I miss, they shouldn't park all these cars around here, Paul.
Where's that been all season?
I don't know. Why didn't I do this 8 games ago? So it's 1-2 to Taylor. Van Allen's taking his time, looking in. Here comes the pitch. And he rings him up.
Oh, wow.
Nice
I don't know
pitch.
about – was that a good one there?
Yeah, he painted the corner on him.
You have a better spot than me.
I think Taylor knows it. So here comes Cody. Cody's walked and struck out. He was kind of rung up on a check swing last time. I'll put the toy away for a little while. We've had 3 broken windows so far.
And you know what?
So.
I don't blame him on that last one because he had ball 4, but it got in his head, so he needs to – should have got focused, but it's easy for me to
watch
say.
Out.
Right back at me.
You weren't even looking. You had your head turned towards me, Paul.
It's all right. My cat, I saw it was over there. I'm like, why am I going to jump?
Missed this by about 10 feet. Well, missed you by 10 feet.
My wife's not even concerned to see if it'll hit me.
Yeah,
my daughters,
they
none
don't
of
care.
them.
All our wives are down there, and I think they look up to make sure we're all right.
No, not so much. As long as that check shows up once a week and every month, that's all they care about.
So I'm looking over. Bedford's still ahead, 8-3. It looks like it's the bottom of the 7th. And I'm getting a nod from the NHIAA official. She's doing a great job over there. I think she's updating the scores online. Is that what she's doing? She's not texting her friends, right? She's working.
You just got her fired.
No, she said no, and I acknowledged it on the air.
Ooh.
Cody takes a pitch inside for a strike, and it's 0-2.
This kid's painting pretty good.
Yeah, Van Allen, he's done a great job since he's come in.
Works slow, but he's hitting his spots.
So Cody's going to protect here, 0-2. And he hits a line drive to right field. The right fielder going back, and he makes the catch right before the warning track. So Cody with a long out. That ball was hit probably 340 feet.
It was a nice hit right there.
Deep part of the ballpark right there. I mean, that right fielder he made a great play. That's Kyle Griffin out there, the Dwight Evans look-alike. So
15 pitches.
F9, so 15 pitches that inning. So he's only at 23 pitches.
Right.
He's done a great job since coming in. Van Allen, so he's now pitched 2 innings.
But it was 1, 2, 3. You can't have that.
6. So far for Van Allen, 6 up, 6 down. Well, he walked Smitty, so he's faced the minimum though. And here comes under pressure.
No, this is Vanilla Ice.
Oh, is that Vanilla Ice? Oh,
come on now.
Come on. Why?
Collaborate and listen.
Paul. Someone just stick an ice pick in my ear, will you? It's the same thing, same result. So we're in the bottom of the 5th now. We haven't had a run scored since the 3rd inning.
Goffstown cannot get out of their own way right now, and Portsmouth has just pecked away, right? 2, then 1.
Yep. So after getting out to a 4-0 lead, Goffstown hasn't scored since the top of the 1st, and Portsmouth has put up 2 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd. So, and they got 3, 4, 5 coming up here.
Number 20, Goodrich.
And there's John. Give us the look.
Yep. He's down there. He's doing his thing right now. He's sitting in his spot. He's not superstitious, is he? He's sitting in the same spot. He's doing the same thing.
You can always tell somebody that's played sports, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Why do they wear the same clothes, sit in the same spot?
What do you mean? That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
You're using that same pencil. The same pencil.
I'm going to have to go buy new ones.
We're wearing the same clothes. Actually, I have a different shirt on, but we have the same outer on is what we're referring to. Nice curveball by Mitch. Just missed. Tell you, that curveball has been money so far. He's got a feel for it tonight. He's thrown it in all kinds of different counts.
He's comfortable throwing it. It looks good. He didn't miss by much right there.
Fastball misses inside, so it's 2-0. Here comes a 2-0 from Mitch.
There you go.
And that misses low.
Oh.
So it's 3-0. So Goodrich just trying to get on. Goodrich singled in the 1st, an RBI single, and then grounded out to first base in the 2nd. Here it comes.
Nope.
He's taken all the way.
He raised his right hand there for a second.
Did
you see
he
that?
did, yeah. He put his hand up. I thought, what happened? He changed his mind? He must have changed his mind. So
it's like my wife and mother-in-law. They change their minds constantly.
Spalding's not going down easy over there. They got 2 outs. Bedford has 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, holding on to an 8-3 lead. So if you hear an eruption, that's probably the game ending over there. So we got a runner on first base here, and we have Kyle Griffin up, who just made that nice catch in right field on Cody. There's a strike. Jake fakes down the first base. So Goodrich on with the walk.
I want to see first baseman get back to a reasonable cover position.
Yep.
You got to throw it on.
Griffin's
might be going. No.
In the dirt. Nice pitch to run on right there, Paul. You said it. So Griffin's walked twice. So with that walk by Mitch, Goffstown's now walked 5 batters.
Way too many.
Way too many. Safe at first base as Mitch throws over.
5 innings, It's 1 an inning average.
Yep.
We're not even done with this one.
And Portsmouth's got 3 more at-bats, including this one. So big lead over there at first base by Goodrich. Doesn't go. Curveball hits him. Oh, right between. He squared the bunt. Griffin squared the bunt. A number 4 hitter squaring again, and the ball hit him right between the 2 and the 4. That curveball got away. And John is up walking around now. He's not happy about that. But that curveball just got away from him, and now he's standing by the top of the stairs over there. He's like, I wish I had a heart rate monitor on him now, Paul. David's
worse than mine.
David keeps getting them, and I love it. And the game just ended over there. Bedford girls just won 8-3, and they're out celebrating. That's what the cheering is you hear in the background. It's not the fact that Griffin just got hit by a pitch. It's the fact that the girls' game just ended.
Well, right now, Jake went out and talked to Mitch. He settled him down after the curveball got away from him.
Yeah.
And, David, is this yours? Dave? Huh? Is that yours?
Oh, Paul's finding all kinds of money on the ground over here.
What's that? Is that 15? Yeah. It is yours. See, there we go. Always say yes when it's money.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's not yours, David, it's mine.
I'm like, wow, okay.
There's the pitch in the dirt for a ball. And this is Kutzer, he's had a rough night, Paul, so far. He struck out looking in the first with the bases loaded and struck out looking in the third, and he wasn't happy about either one of them. Not sure what he was looking at the second time, but here's a kid who wants to redeem himself. And there's a strike. So Peter's playing in on the grass at first base. Cody's playing even with the bag, so it looks like Pete's going to charge on a bunt. I'm surprised Kutzer's not bunting. He struck out twice. You were going to bunt with the 4 hitter. Why wouldn't you bunt with the 5?
Here? I agree with you.
I don't get it. And he hits him.
Oh, my goodness.
So Mitchie hits another batter with another curveball, and now the bases are loaded.
Totally uncharacteristic
with nobody out.
Right there.
And honestly, Jake's gone out there, but I think the coach needs to go out and talk to him right now because, Mitch, that's just – he's throwing the curveball. Yep. He's had a great grip on it. His curveball's been – spot on so far.
No movement on the bench.
Those last two were hit batsmen. So now you got Rainey up, who's grounded to second twice. He grounded to second in the first inning with the bases loaded. That scored a run. If he does the same here, it'll be a tie ball game. But bases loaded, no outs, and Goffstown's in a big jam. Let's see if Mitch can get out of this. And that misses high. So the Portsmouth bench is now coming to life. Paul, you give them some life.
That's right.
They've got 3 base runners without the benefit of a hit. You had a walk, and 2 hits batsmen. So now, the D5W that Rampart gave him is working. There's a strike, so it's 1-1 to Rainey. He's had Clay on his mind tonight. He's grounded to Clay twice. So Mitchie in a jam here. And he hits him. He hits a 3rd consecutive batter. And, wow. Mitchie, very uncharacteristic. And Jake's going into the dugout. Oh, he's going to get the ball. But he walked Goodrich and has hit Griffin, Kutzer, and Rainey in succession. And there's nobody in the bullpen. Here comes Lopez. And Mitch looks rattled, Paul. He hasn't looked right after that pitch. I don't know if there's something wrong with him, but he doesn't look right, Paul. He just doesn't look right. And the first 2 he hit with a curveball. That was a fastball that got away from him. And Goffstown is in a heap of trouble right now. I mean, they got the bases loaded, no outs, and a run in, and they haven't even put the ball in play. It's not even the fact they haven't got a hit. They haven't put the ball in play. And we have a Bill Surratt sighting. Hi, Bill.
Yeah, Bill. That's again, totally uncharacteristic. I know he's a kid. Mitchie's done great all year. Right now, let's just go with the mental toughness. And
but, Paul, don't you have to send someone down to the bullpen?
I'm thinking.
I mean, he bases loaded, no outs. He's walked the batter, hit 3 in a row, and there's nobody loosening up. I mean, get someone behind the dugout.
He's going now.
Oh, there goes
Frenchie's.
Taylor. Taylor's running down there. And there goes Tyler. So, and Taylor's double timing it. So is Tyler. And Moody's taking his time. He doesn't really need to be there. But Goffstown is in a heap of trouble right now, Paul. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bases loaded, no outs for Portsmouth. And there's a strike. I mean, Mitchell, who has been money all year long. I don't think he's hit 3 batters all year. I don't think he's I don't know. I would like to talk to him after the game and find out, if it was his grip or something.
Right.
Like you said, the weather's gotten colder. And there's a foul ball out of play.
That's spinning. It's close.
It's going to get out. Lands right behind the dugout. So it's 0-2. 0-2 to Pufal, who nearly missed a home run his last at bat and almost that would have tied the game. He doubled in a run. That made it 4-3. But Pufal's got power. If I'm Smalls, I would back up a little more.
Keep the ball in front of you.
Play no doubles. I mean, even Matty's too close in right field. And he hits a fly ball to left field right at Smalls, and that's going to be enough to get the run in. Smalls throws in. It's going to be cut off by Cody, and Griffin comes across with the go-ahead run, and it's now 5-4 Portsmouth as Pufal does his job. So Griffin, who was hit by a pitch, comes across and scores. So, Paul, the first ball put in play, and Portsmouth has 2 runs this inning. So Alex Gladeau is up. He struck out and flew to left. He put a charge into the ball. So we have a pinch runner going in right now.
Smart move.
Yeah, pinch runner going in for Rainey at second base. I'm sorry, that's Kutzer at second base. And that's Drew Hudson. I was just going to look up who it was, and it's Drew Hudson.
It's a smart move right there.
Yep, it sure is. We have 1 out now. It's a 5-4 Portsmouth lead. And so now for the first time, Goffstown is trailing. First and second. The pitch to Gladeau misses. I already forgot who the pinch runner was, Paul. It was Alex something. Let me bring up my roster here. Drew Hudson.
Drew Hudson
is
That's
the runner.
Drew Hudson.
And Mitchie with the fastball there, so it's 1-1. I'm going to write his name in the book so I don't forget.
I'm speechless, Mike. That's why I'm
I hear you, Paul.
dumbfounded with this inning.
I probably the worst inning Mitch has ever had in his career.
I feel so bad for him.
A walk and 3 hit by pitches. Oh, yeah. And there's a ground ball to short. This could be 2. Hyzak over to Clay for 1. Plenty of time to get Gladeau in front. And they get out of the inning.
That was huge.
And the boys pick Mitchie up there.
Goodness.
A huge double play.
Huge.
But, Paul, the damage is done. Portsmouth scores 2 in the inning without the benefit of a hit. And they now lead 5-4 after 5.
My goodness, Mike, that was huge.
So that was huge. Just what the doctor ordered. Gladeau, who doesn't run well, hit it on the screws right at Hyzak. And that was an easy 6-4-3 double play.
Only 20 pitches for him on that.
Well,
it just feels like it was
he hit
worse
3
because
guys.
he hit the 3 batters.
Paul.
My heart just breaks for the kid because now he's in there.
Oh, I know.
Mitch is killing himself, but right now, what he needs to do is just sit down, gather his thoughts. He's got to come back out here, okay?
Yep.
And Mitchie has displayed plenty of mental toughness throughout the year, and there's no doubt in my mind that Mitchie's not going to come out, the old Mitchie, and we're going to see him gather his thoughts and be ready to go. That's how that kid's been all year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of those innings. It happens to everybody, right? The kid's been money all year long. You like you said, Paul, you just feel so bad for him. One of the greatest kids you'll ever see.
Absolutely.
He's academically, he's in the tops of his class. He's very personable. He's a great kid, and that's just something you hate to see happen to a kid like that. And
he'll have a little fire. He'll have a little fire coming back out. There's no doubt.
It's unfortunate.
It's part of being an athlete, right? It happens. If we were right all the time, I'd be my wife or mother-in-law.
Right.
Yeah. So my mother-in-law is right all the time.
Yeah.
She's sitting out there in the stands right now.
Yep.
Notice nobody's sitting around her anymore. What does that tell you? I can get away with it because she doesn't watch YouTube.
And she doesn't have access to GTV, right, because she lives in Manchester.
That's right.
So Connor's up. So, Paul, we need base runners now, right? There's still 2 innings.
Bottom line.
It's the top of the 6th. You need base runners. So you don't try to do too much. You know, what did Portsmouth do? They got base runners. They didn't even get a hit, and they got a run. So it can happen, right? You know, again, an unfortunate inning for Mitch. We're beating a dead horse here, but, you know.
But now it's our turn.
Right.
Be smart. Don't do too much.
That's right. I mean, we've been scoreless since the first, and Van Allen's done a fantastic job since he came in the game. You got to give him
he did
all the
his
credit
job
in the world. He came in. You know, they're down 4-3. He comes in in the 4th inning, and he's thrown to 6 batters.
Yep.
So he hasn't let up a hit. He walked Smitty, but then got a double play. So he's faced a minimum through 2 innings. The 2-0 to Connor, and he misses badly to him. So maybe we're putting a hex on him, Paul. It's 3-0 now to Connor. And we need a base runner. You got Clay on deck, and then Peter after him. And he walks. Oh
my goodness. Are you kidding me?
That was 2 feet off the plate, Paul.
That was in another time zone.
So I'm looking down the bullpen. Taylor's ready. He's now hanging over the fence, so he's ready. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming in. And he swings at a high pitch. So, you know, Paul.
That could have been ball 4.
It should have been ball 4, and that should have been ball 4. So he should have already been on first.
Right.
But, folk, the count is now full.
How many times you see a hitter he swings because he's thinking the last one was a strike?
Yeah. And I'm looking at the dugout, Paul, and Tyler Santoro's putting batting gloves and a helmet on. So he may be hitting for Pete. So you got Clay, and then Pete's got a bat in his hand, though, so maybe he's going to hit for Smitty. I don't know. Oh, and he swung at ball 4. That ball would have hit him.
Yep.
And he swung at ball 4 again, and the ball goes over to Clay. Clay throws it out to the pitcher. The umpire gave Arsenault another ball, so there's 2 balls in play right here. It's like a pinball game, Paul. You get an extra ball.
So who's he going to hit for?
I don't know. I see Clay down there, but I also see Peter with the bat in his hand. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's going into run. I don't know. I'm trying to. He's not
stretching.
Unless he's going to hit for small. I don't know. But I could see him stretching down there. He's stretching his neck. He's got a helmet, his batting gloves on. But I do see Pete with a bat in his hand. So maybe this is something where, you know, if there's nobody on, he lets Pete bat, or maybe he brings him up in a situation. Who knows? And he fouls that one back. So after being behind 3-0, Van Allen has thrown 4. Well, he hasn't thrown 4 strikes. He's had 4 strikes to Isaac. That's probably the first one he's thrown of the 3. Isaac helped him out with a couple, and John is now walking way out down the right field line. I think he just needs to be by himself. And he swings at another ball way outside. That's down the line. It looks like it's going to make it out of play. Nice catch. Oh, he boots it. Oh, that's E. Fan. I don't know who that is, but that's an error. And the sweatshirt too, Paul. I mean, come on. That's a. You get a free bowl of soup when you buy a sweatshirt like that?
I haven't seen any of the lime green sneakers
no, that's it.
Shirts,
well,
nothing.
That's because NASA's called a couple times and told us not to do that anymore. So the count is full still to Isaac. Here's the pitch again, and that's fisted foul down the left field line. He did a good job of staying alive there. That pitch was right on his fist. So the count is full. So
John Scotchy's walking past, hooks it.
Oh, yeah,
I think he's into what, Allenstown now?
I think so. He's into the trees out there. I don't know what he's doing. But this is, the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Connor? There it is. Fastball, and he fouls it right over our head. So we're going to hit double figures in pitches here.
See, 3, 6, 8, 10. That is 10 right there.
That was 10, so number 11 coming up. This is more than almost as many as Van Allen's thrown the whole game. Here's the pitch, and he misses. So a great at-bat by Isaac, and he earned that walk.
He did. He won that battle.
So here comes Clay. So Isaac's been on base 3 times, Paul. He doubled in the first, doubled in 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and now he's he walked in the 6th. So you got something going here. Let's see what Clay does. Let's see if Clay, if he bunts or if he's swinging away or what.
I'd be shocked if he does not bunt.
Yeah, so would I. Again, Peter is in the on-deck circle, and so great move by Van Allen stepping off just to see if Clay shows his hand a little bit here. Coming up on the 2-hour mark of this ball game, 1 hour and 50 minutes so far, and Clay does bunt, and it's foul. The ball had backspin on it. It bounced right over his shoulder and then went right by Arsenault. So 1 strike on Clay. He's probably going to do it again. 5-4, top of the 6th inning. Portsmouth in the lead. Isaac with a decent lead over at first base. Clay squares and bunts down the third baseline. It's a good bunt.
It's a nice bunt.
And it comes on.
He threw it away!
Throws it into right field. And it's picked up in right
Hyzak's
field.
at third base.
And Hyzak's at third. And it
Wow.
comes in. And I'll tell you, Kutzer's had a bad day all around so far. Airmails the throw to first base. And the second and third with nobody out.
My goodness.
And, Paul, I think, Peter's coming back. Tyler's going to hit for Peter right here.
You know what, Mike? That's not a bad move. Tyler's a fastball hitter. I don't have to tell you.
Yep.
And right now, if he can get that drive to right center field, you easily score 2 runs with that.
Yeah, big
speed
spot for him. Tyler's been waiting for an opportunity. Here it is.
When it comes knocking, guess what?
Paul, I might be cheering a little bit more on this at bat. You know me.
I can feel your pain.
So, yeah.
All right, so we have.
So, this does a couple things. I want to see him get in there, get a base hit for himself, help Mitchie out here. So
There's a Santoro clan.
Yep. So here comes Van Allen, who's in trouble now. Second and third, nobody out. And they're appealing first base.
He touched.
Yeah.
He touched.
Yeah. Well, first
there
of
was
all,
interference.
Paul, I was just going to say that. The first baseman was on the bag. So even if he called him out there, I would have been all over that saying interference because he has to allow him to touch the bag.
Yeah, exactly right.
So Tyler loves swinging at the first pitch. He's a first pitch fastball hitter. They're in at the corners. They're playing back in the middle. I don't know why. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. First
Somebody
pitch
who knows his kid.
Yeah, you think, right?
Right there, huh?
And but he's also a very good curveball hitter, but he loves that first pitch fastball. Paul, I wouldn't be surprised to see him just try to poke the ball to the right side.
Right side.
Ground out to second base, does his job. And he swings and misses on that one, so he's in the hole 0-2. It's a tough situation. You're coming in off the bench cold into pinch hit. So he's got to dig deep here. He just has to make contact.
Do his job right here.
He's going to make a productive out. And my blood pressure is through the roof right now. My heart's racing 200 miles an hour. He's going way outside with this one. And he fouls it back. Boy, he got too much of the plate with that. Oh, he one-hops at the fan. The catcher, Arsenault, was almost in the left-hand batter's box, and he got way too much of the plate with that. That's not where he – that's not
they've
where –
been getting that call all day. I'd sit in the other
but that's not where
box.
Van Allen wanted to throw. He's coming in with this one, and he almost hit him. So Tyler putting on an at-bat here.
1-2, foul one back, so he's had 5 pitches. We like it. Make him throw.
Ever a kid who needed a base hit right here. It's number 4. I can root for him, right, Paul? Come
Absolutely.
on, Tyler.
Goffstown kid, he's your son.
Tyler calls time. Well, for 2 reasons, right? He's my son, and a base hit ties the game at least.
Absolutely. That's what you want right here. Base hit to right center.
Curveball. He does his job. He hits the ball at second base. And a great piece of hitting right there by Tyler.
You see that?
Nice
Hands to the ball.
That's a great job right there. A fantastic piece of hitting by Tyler. Nice job, buddy.
You know that? Seriously. What did he do? He just got the head of the bat, right? Went right over to the ball. Sends it to right field.
Paul, he loves hitting
Somebody
to the opposite field.
The past 10 years.
I mean, all you got to do, and I don't agree with this move, Paul, playing the infield in. I mean, it's a tie game in the 6th inning.
I wouldn't do that.
No
way.
I don't know. Not with Smalls, but, that's why we're up here. But I'm happy for Tyler. I would have loved to see him get a base hit, but it ties the game. And Mitchell can breathe easy. And a squeeze! Oh, and Smalls pulls the bat back. Oh, Paul, you got to make contact there. I mean, look, Smalls is looking down at the coach like he missed the sign. But Clay caught it. Clay was running down the baseline, and I think Small missed the sign. And Lawrence is upset.
He's got it,
but
Mike.
now,
you got to bunt. I don't care where it is.
You have to put
even if it's in the other batter's box, he's got to stretch that bat out and make it, right? Yep. You got to come over here.
Now, I wasn't. I think the pitch was a ball. I'm really not sure. I don't know. Did you see what that? Did he call that, Paul? I'm not sure.
I think it was a strike because he left the bat out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. And he hits a line drive to left field, and it's over his head.
Are you kidding me?
And Smalls rounds first base. He's going to be in with at least a stand-up double. And, how the fortunes have changed.
But, Mike, I feel so bad for Tyler
So do I.
Because, he wants that. How the signs got mixed up. I get it.
Yeah.
But there's a run we left the duck in the pond. We shot ourselves in the foot.
You try to play small ball, which is the right move, Paul. I think that's the right move right there to try to squeeze him in. But, it was unfortunate. Tyler didn't get the bat on the ball, and Clay got thrown out. And then he comes back and hits a rocket over the left fielder's head. And,
seriously, that was a great hit.
And instead of being 6-5, it's 5-5. And, the tension continues to mount. Now, it'll be interesting to see if he puts Pete back at first base or if he puts Tyler at first base. If he puts Pete back, that means Tyler's out of the game.
Tyler's done for the day, right.
But if he puts Pete out there, then that means Pete's done for the game. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes. You know how I'm rooting there. I'm rooting for Tyler to go into first base. But this is a long visit, Paul. He's let him stay out there for quite a while. I wonder what's going on here.
He's growing moss out there. I mean, what's he want for? We're looking to get a wedding gift.
So Tyler now is going behind the dugout with the mitt. And
so
he's got his first baseman's glove, and he's going to warm up. Is that a catcher's mitt? He's got his catcher's mitt. Yeah,
Does he?
Playing catch with Hyzak. So Hyzak is loosening up. We saw French warming up earlier, so maybe he puts Hyzak in this situation. But then who goes to short? Well, then there's all kinds of horse trading that needs to be done here. You got to put Clay at short, then you got to put either Madison or Tyler at second. Right. So there's all kinds of implications with this move.
You think they were talking about candlesticks, getting them candlesticks for,
Paul, you're lollygag in the outfield. There's a line drive up the middle. It's going to be cut off by the second baseman, and the throw to first got him. So Smitty swinging at the first pitch, and I forgot to update the score. So what could have been a much bigger inning than it was turns out to be just the one run for Goffstown. So Smitty is out.
21 pitches, 36 total.
6-3. It looks like.
And what are the changes? Mitchie's coming back in the bump.
Mitchie's coming back in the bump. There. So Peter's going back to first base. So Tyler's out of the game. I'm looking down there now. Yep, Pete's coming back out to first. So Pete is going to be in there now for the 7th inning. So.
And right now, Portsmouth is going to have they're 9-1-2, so they're going to have Colin Hewitt. They're going to have this. It's so dark here, Mike.
Yeah, Malila and Arsenal. So Paul, it's 5-5 after 6.
Woo.
I'm sorry, after 5.5, and boy, we got a barn burner. Paul, leadoff walk and an error. So we have second and third, nobody out. Tyler comes in the pinch hit, does his job on a 1-2 count. Does his job, gives himself up, makes the contact, grounds out the second. Yep. So now you got runner on third, one out. And that mix-up on the squeeze, it had to be a mix-up because there's no reason why Smalls pulls the bat. There's no reason why Smalls pulls the bat back. And then on the next pitch,
hits a shot
to left. He launches
left.
one over the left fielder's head.
So I don't know if it was, did he miss the sacrifice bunt, suicide squeeze? I mean.
He had to have because Clay was coming.
I don't care what you do. One-handed, throw that bat out there just to get it. That's a run, But it's all right. Right now.
Well, the game's tied. So, at least they tied the game.
Yep.
And
you got life. Life.
This game could go either way.
What are you going to do with it right now?
And John just came back up in the booth, and he's about to have a heart attack. His face is as red as I've ever seen.
He reminds me of Larry from the Three Stooges just pulling his hair out right now. Going to go home, and Lisa's going to say, what happened to you? What did they do to you up there? There you go.
There's a strike
there you go,
Mitch.
Kid. Get ahead, stay ahead right there.
So I apologize. With all the stuff going on, all the things we're doing with our books here, I haven't been right up to date on the score pad. A curveball, little number down the line. It's going to go foul. Mitchell touches it and foul ground. So it's quickly 0-2 on Hewitt. Hewitt's 0 for 2. He flied to right and grounded to third to Cody.
5-3 last time.
Yeah. He's breathing a little bit. He's doing his breathing exercises. It's like he's in Lamar's class over there, Paul. He's doing his breathing exercise. In, out. Ugh.
He's doing it better than all of us.
Curveball, I was waiting on. He hits a fly ball to center.
Talk, boys, talk.
Small's got it. Oh, and
my
he
God.
drops it. Oh, my. It pops out of his glove. And then he falls. He picks up, and the runner's going to third.
He
misses the cutoff. And Hewitt's now standing on third base.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. It just went from bad to worse right there, Paul. That's a 3-base error on the center fielder.
Oh, my goodness. Is that Tyler Small?
That's Tyler Small.
Oh, boy.
Ouch. I mean, that was a routine fly ball. He was under in plenty of time. And Paul, he used his 2 hands. He had both hands. It looked like it hit the heel of his glove and popped out. And then to make matters worse, he went after it and he fell. And that allowed Hewitt to go to third.
And then overthrows the
cutoff. He overthrows the cutoff. So now Goffstown has to bring the infield in here. And you get to the top of the order. You got Max Malila up, who's 2 for 3. Mitchell struck him out. It's like, and the ball. Jake
ball
doesn't roll away far enough.
Nice block.
Jake with a good block. Mitchell now has to dig deep here. I mean, this isn't on him. I mean, the last inning, with the 3 hit batsmen, but, that's a routine out, Paul. There should be 1 out, nobody on base, but now Mitch is in a jam. And, as hard as they worked last inning to get that run in, they got to work just that hard to keep that runner at third base. Here's the pitch from Mitch. And there's a line drive to center field. It hangs up there. Smalls makes the catch. Here's the throw. It's cut by Pete. Pete to Jake, and it's starting time. They handled that relay pretty good, Paul.
Yep.
But the ball was just hit too deep. I mean, Smalls has a good arm, not a fantastic arm, but, that error is costly right there,
huge,
Paul. That is a costly error. And Portsmouth's now in the lead 6-5, and it's going to come down to Goffstown's last at bat. So whether it's 1 run or more they're chasing, but they're going to be down by at least 1. And I'll tell you what, Paul, if that turns out to be the winning run, that's going to sting.
Yep, it will.
Looking ahead, you got Matt, Jake, and Taylor coming up next inning. Mitchie misses there. And, what a shame. They were playing a clean game, Paul, like we talked about, right? You got to play a clean game. That was their first error, and that is a costly error right there.
No bigger error. And I know that.
And I'm not trying to put the emphasis on
Tyler wants
Tyler.
that back.
I mean, he wants it back, but, that's a huge spot right there.
Yep.
And, and he's a senior, Paul. That is a fly ball down the left field line. It's going to go foul. He's a senior.
Yep. I
I mean, nobody wants to win more than our seniors, right? I mean, this may be their last game.
Right.
And they don't want this to be their last. They want Monday to be their last game, win, lose, or draw.
That's
But, this kid, he's been so good for 4 years, and you hate to see that be a play that he's remembered by,
And that's what you don't want.
You don't want that. And hopefully the boys picked up Mitch last inning. Mitch had the bad inning on the mound. The boys picked him up. Let's hope we can pick Tyler up next inning. There's a line drive base hit.
Yep, nice hit. Nice hit right there.
So that's the 3rd time Arsenal's been on base. He's walked twice, and now he has a single. So it doesn't get any easier. You got Goodrich and Griffin coming up. And Griffin's been on base 3 times. So I wonder if Adam, Coach Lawrence, starts to think about whether he goes to, the bullpen, Taylor or Connor. I would imagine Taylor, because Connor's in the field right now and he can't loosen up. And
right.
I don't know why, for some reason, the screen display is not working. Is it showing up, Dave? Yeah, we got it now. There's a line drive base hit. So they're teeing off. Goodrich with his second hit. So it's 1st and 2nd now with 1 out, and still no movement in the dugout or the bullpen.
French just stood up.
Yep. So French is up.
Grabbed
looking
his
for his. He's got his hand taped up, Paul. What is that? I don't remember Taylor hurting his wrist or his thumb or something. He's got tape all the way up his wrist.
I don't know if he's allowed to pitch with tape on his wrist.
No, he can't. Especially white tape. He can't pitch with that. So Portsmouth has somebody coming out of the bullpen. It looks like is he going to come in to pitch or run, or what's he doing? Or is he coming in to hit? We'll try to get his number for you. That looks like number 12.
It's like 12.
It is number 12. That's the 3rd baseman. That's Tim Kutzer. So he's on deck.
Right.
So he was warming up, and he's on deck. So they had to call him in from the bullpen because he's up next.
We need an out here,
so here's
Mike.
Kyle
Double
Griffin.
Play, something.
Griffin has walked twice and was hit by a pitch in that inning where Mitch hit 3. He takes a ball. We need an out. We need a ball. We need that double play ball that Gladeau hit last inning. We need a one-hopper hit right at Connor or Clay. Of course, Pete's not holding on at first. Good lead over there at second. There's the pitch, curveball. Nice pitch by Mitch. Paul, you got to give Mitchie a lot of credit here. He's hung tough. He's still throwing that curveball, even though it abandoned him last inning. But he's still throwing it, and he's still throwing it well. Shakes off Jake. Let's see what he's got here. Is he going to come with another curve? Nope. Throws a fastball outside. I hate to say it, Paul. Mitch looks a little tired right now, Paul. I mean, he hasn't thrown a tremendous amount of pitches, but he looks a little tired.
I don't want to see us get into bases loaded. One out.
His body language isn't the usual Mitch right now. That's a great curveball, Paul. And Mitch's head down. His shoulders are kind of slunk over. That's not his body language that I'm used to seeing. I just hope everything's all right with him. Another curveball. Oh, yikes.
Not sure where that missed.
Yeah.
I didn't see your side, but I don't know what Lopez is calling, but he keeps.
Yeah.
He's calling the game for Jake.
Yep. Pitch, fastball, struck him. Oh, what a pitch by Mitchell right there. If he ever needed a strikeout.
Way to go, Lopez on the call. Way to go, Mitchie on the throw.
I don't know what he's calling.
All right. I couldn't tell. I didn't know if it was another curveball when I saw the sign.
First time Griffin's been retired all day, Paul. He walked twice, was hit by a pitch. So now you got Kutzer, who could turn a poor day into an excellent day. He struck out looking twice, was hit by a pitch.
No, we want to keep him on welfare.
Yeah, I want to
Mike.
keep him on
welfare.
I want to give him the golden sombrero here. And there's a strike. We got to keep the score right here, Paul. It's got to stay 6-5. Give us a chance. Portsmouth with 6 runs on 6 hits and an error. Goffstown 5 runs on 5 hits and an error. And a costly one at that right now. Oh, curveball. And that's the one he was throwing last inning, Paul. The one that kind of didn't bite as much. And
I thought it was
he hit a couple batters. I thought it was too.
I gave the look. I'm like, that's going to hit him in the hip.
So did I.
Because the kid didn't move either. You know.
Yep. There's a line drive right at Clay, and that's going to end the inning. So Mitchell settles down and gets out of it. So here we go, Paul. Top of the 7th inning, 6-5 Portsmouth. We're down to our last at bat, and
21 pitches.
So what did that put Mitchie at?
Let's see. He was at 20.
15 in the first. I missed the last inning. 21.
25, I said.
In the last inning, you said 21 just now.
21 just now. 20.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So that's 46, 50, 61 total.
Okay, so he threw 25 in the second.
Yep.
So what did we say? 61 total. And Matty threw how many? 68 or something like that?
Matty was at 69.
69.
Yeah.
So they both pitched 3 innings so far. I hope Mitchie comes out for the 7th, or someone from Goffstown comes out in the 7th.
Well, you
have. So this is going to be Van Allen's 4th inning of work now, Paul. And he's pitched great.
He's earned his pay.
He's pitched great. He's only let up, let's see, I'm looking at the stat
Looks like
sheet.
Hyzak's going to warm up with Tyler.
Yep, so looking at the sheet, Paul, excuse me, Van Allen's only let up the 1 hit. It was the double the small. He's walked 2, and he hasn't struck out anybody. So he's not, I'm sorry, he struck out Taylor looking. So he has 1 strikeout. He's walked 2 and only let up 1 hit. And he had that error by the third baseman, Kutzer, last inning on the bunt by Clay. And it looked like it could have been a big inning. But,
well, guess what?
Let's hope Tyler Small has a chance to redeem himself. Let's say that.
I would love to see that happen. And right now we have Matt Woodward, the number 3 hitter, Jake Hunt cleanup, and then we have Frenchie. And let's hope that pushes us to Cody.
Well,
you're at 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right. So Cody's going to bat. I'm telling you right now, Cody's going to bat this inning. And Matty, who's been hot, he's a little snake bitten today. He was hit in that first inning. He struck out he was very amped up on that at bat and hit into a double play.
Yep.
You got Jake, who's 1 for 3, and you got Taylor, who's 2 for 3. So these next 3 batters have 3 of the 5 hits. Taylor's got 2 of them. But we need something. We need to start with a base runner. And Matty takes a ball up high. Paul, I mean, we got a great game, though. Regardless of how it ends, we've had another great game.
It's worth the $8.
There's a ground ball to short. It's bobbled by the shortstop. And the throw to first is high, and it goes to the fence. But Matt stays at first base. So I don't know if he would have had him anyway, but it's going to be ruled as an error. I'm sure it is. The scorer already ruled it as an error, but we have our base runner and great speed at first base. And here comes Jake. So, Paul, we talk about it many, many times, These seniors have to get it going, and Matty does his job. Hit the ball hard, and the shortstop, Malila, who's usually very short-handed, bobbled it, and that bobble was enough for Matt to reach first base.
Yeah, great job by the catcher. You notice the catcher got down there.
Oh, yeah.
Corralled that.
And the right fielder was there, too.
Yep.
So it was a great job, good backup. Matt did the right thing. He could have taken off for second base.
Why
it's a
take
long
the chance?
throw but you're right. Why take the chance? You got your runner. Van Allen's going to work from the stretch now. Give Jake a chance. And Jake squares the bunt, and he misses the bunt, and Matt's off the bag, and he's safe. Matty can't stray too far. You got to remember, you have to get the bunt down first.
Yep.
And, Jake.
Hey, that was, pitch. Curveball outside,
curveball outside, low. I mean, good pitch. But
Tough
Jake doesn't have to bunt that. If it's not a strike, you pull the bat back. But, Jake doesn't get called upon to bunt many times. But, you got to do your job. He squares here, throws high. And, again, Matt was way off the bag. Arsenault actually called for the pitch up high as Jake squared. So, I don't know. Matt's got to be careful over there.
That's right.
Arsenal read that, and and Jake is saying something because Arsenal came up, maybe interfered with
contact.
him. Yep. So, that's catcher's interference. If he hits the batter, that's catcher's interference. So Jake may have a point. So let's see what happens here. Jake squares. Oh, it almost hit him. So it's 2-1 now. I'll tell you what. If I'm Lawrence, I take the bunt off right here because Jake is fuming, and if he gets a fastball, he's going to crush it. I'm telling you right now, Paul.
Yeah, you don't. They know he's bunting. They threw it up and inside.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't even bother with the bunt right here.
No, outside.
Arsenal, it's way outside. Here it comes again, and there's the bunt down third base. Kutzer comes over, gets it, throws to first. They get Jake, but Matt's at second. So Jake does his job, and Matty's now at second base. So Jake sacrifices Matty over, and so Jake's out 5-3. And here's Taylor.
I get it for the one
Goal,
run.
Dave? Oh.
I don't know if I would have. After that, I would.
I agree,
swing
Paul.
away.
I agree. You know what I would have done there? You got great speed in Matt. Everybody's expecting the bunt. That's where you put the hit and run on.
Yeah.
Arsenal's amped up. But, let's hope it works. Here's Taylor. He's got 2 hits so far. Let's hope he's got a third one in him. Pitch misses high. 6-5, Portsmouth. Top of the 7th inning. Paul, we've seen a great game. Matty not too far of a lead off the second. And Taylor hits a line drive to center that's going to hang up, and it's caught out there by Hewitt. And now there's 2 down and a runner on second. And it's up to Cody. So Taylor flies out to center, so he's 2 for 4. And here's Cody. Cody's 0 for 2. He walked in the first, struck out and flied he had a line drive to right field that the right fielder Griffin made a nice play on. So Cody's got a flair for the dramatic, Paul. He hit the single to beat Portsmouth in their first outing. He hit the 3-run homer on Saturday against Oyster River to make it an 8-6 ball game. So Cody, do you have one more in you? Let's see what you got, bud. Calls time. He taps the plate.
Weather's changed. It's not warm.
Yep.
Air's thickened up.
Yep. The pitch, fastball misses low. And, Paul, I'll remind you again, you got tremendous speed on second base and Matt. So a base hit, the outfield's playing deep, Paul. So a base hit is going to score Matt. He's got to get a little bigger secondary than that.
He's got to
but you got to be aggressive. Yeah, he's not even moving yet. And that misses outside. So, Paul, I wonder if they're not working around Cody. Be careful with them. You got Connor, the freshman, on deck. You set up the force play at the other bases. So it looks like they're working around him, Paul. The catcher went out there. Arsenal went out there before him. Yeah, they're walking him. So you knew. I kind of saw that one coming. It doesn't surprise me one bit because,
It's crazy not to.
Yeah, because, you got a kid, like I said, when he stepped into the box, he's got a flair for the dramatic. And he was one of the best hitters in the team.
Yep.
And, why take a chance? And now you got a force everywhere. Ground ball. You don't have to worry about a bad throw.
How about a runner for Moose right now?
Yeah. And I think you'll see Nick Madison run. Yep. And Lawrence calls time, and Madison's going over. So Nick Madison is running for Moose. It's a great move. You get fantastic speed on the bases and at the plate. The Arsenal is now going in the dugout and talking to one of the coaches. Time was out, so he's allowed to do it.
He's allowed to, right, when timeout.
So Madison needs to be careful. The first baseman, Goodrich, was right behind him. So
make sure he stays.
Yeah, you got to stay close. Yep. There's the pitch. The Isaac hits a long foul. Ooh. He got under it, and it looked good when he first swung, but it just went foul. I mean, it was fouled by 100 feet. I'll tell you, Paul. I'm looking at that left fielder. He's playing way off the line in the right fielder. They're playing shallow. So
I'm surprised they're playing shallow.
So am I. They were playing deep on Cody. They're playing shallow on Connor. It's a line drive, base hit to left field.
That's going to score a run.
Here comes Matt around third base.
Why would he
bobbled.
That's awesome. Why would
the coach do that?
Unbelievable.
So Connor Isaac comes up huge.
We just said, why would the coach have him in that position?
I don't know why he was so deep.
That's just like it's crazy.
But Paul,
hey, Connor Isaac, way to
Paul,
go, kid.
the bobble, so it's a base hit and an error on the left fielder. The bobble allowed the 2 base runners to move up. So Isaac, who has been on base 4 times, has his 3rd RBI of the day, and it's a tie ball game, 6-6.
Well, I'll tell you what. That error is huge.
The error was huge.
A single, and then the error for the going to second. Okay.
Paul, a situation just like the other day. Second and third, and look who's up at the plate. You got Clay. Clay who hit the ground ball. Could score an error. He could score a base hit. Who cares? It scored 2 runs, and it won us the game. And Clay has been on. He walked in the first. He struck out looking in the third and reached on an error last inning. The bunt that Kutza threw away. So the error came back to bite him this inning. It didn't hurt him last inning, but second and third, 2 outs. And, wow, the scoreboard just got really bright all of a sudden. What the heck happened?
Hey, Mike.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm seeing here? You have Campbell, number 8, 9. Guess who's the leadoff hitter?
Pete.
No.
What do you mean no?
Small's the leadoff hitter.
You got Clay, Pete, and then Small, right?
Yeah.
So he might have a chance. Clay, he couldn't hold up. So strike 1 on Clay. You know, Paul, you said it right there, right? Clay gets on base. Let's just say Clay walks, and then Pete gets on, and then Tyler gets a chance to redeem himself. Yeah, we'd already be in the lead, but so what?
Right.
I want Tyler to get
another
it back.
digit.
I want to know what happened. What, they shut lights off somewhere else and it threw all the power to the scoreboard? The scoreboard just got ultra bright.
Why?
And it's hard to see now.
Yeah.
There's the pitch to Clay, outside for a strike. So it's 0-2. He's got to protect here. And I know Clay's dad. Clay's dad is as intense as they come, and I know he's probably chewing on a bullet right now.
Is that him gnawing on the light pole?
I think that's why the lights just got so bright. The pitch misses high. Now it's back to normal. So apparently he stopped biting on it.
He's chewing on the cord like a cat on, Christmas vacation.
Look at that scoreboard, Paul. 6 runs, 6 hits for Goffstown. 6 runs, 6 hits for Portsmouth.
Well, look at the errors.
3 errors for Portsmouth. Paul, we could really make that error hurt because the inning would have been over, obviously.
Would you have thought these 2 teams 4 errors?
No.
Right?
No. And, Paul, they made 3 in the last inning and a half.
Right.
You got Portsmouth made 1 last inning, made 1 this inning, and Tyler made 1 last inning. So that's 3. Oh!
Come on, that's horrible.
That pitch was outside. Oh, so Clay goes down.
That was horrible.
I really feel for Clay there because that pitch was outside. But, you got to protect, and that's unfortunate. But
Mike, that was horrible. I'm on this side. That was outside. Even with the frame, it was still outside.
Paul, I'm a little surprised by this, seeing Mitchie go back out on the mound. I didn't think he would be going back. He's only thrown 61 pitches. But,
Well, let's see where we're at. We have 17. Throw 17. Now they have coming up their
they got 6, 7, 8 coming
6,
up.
7, 8.
So Rainey, Pufo, and Gladeau. 6 games. So, Paul, when they played first time, Goffstown had a walk-off win, and now Portsmouth's looking to return the favor here. In the bottom of the 7th, 6-6, Paul. But we got our money's worth. It's 9:45. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes into this one. And, when we said the first time when these 2 guys played, we wanted to have a good game, we got a better one today.
We got a good game. We got a good game. Some little things that I'd tweak, but you know what? It is what it is. But right now, no more mental gosh darn errors. We've got to tighten up.
I'm giving our producer, Adam, updates by phone here, and he says, oh, man, another nail-biter. And I said, no kidding. It's 6-6, bottom of the 7th inning, and Portsmouth has scored in the last 2 innings. What we need, Paul, we need the first batter to make it out. We don't want that leadoff batter on because
it's huge.
You know what's going to happen. He gets on, the next kid's going to bunt, so that's almost automatic.
But the bottom line is you got to get that first out.
Yeah, the first out is huge, and. So let's see what happens. Lawrence decides to stay with Mitch, wondering how long the leash is on Mitchell. And who does he come with? Does he come with Taylor? Taylor had his arm all wrapped up, so I don't even know if Taylor's available to pitch. His arm was all wrapped in tape, and Hyzak was just throwing with Tyler. We just saw them throw behind the bullpen. Paul, we got here, it was probably, 74, 75? What is it now, about 50?
I'd say it's about 80, close to 80. Yeah, right. It's not like 52 degrees now.
It's probably 55, a slight wind blowing at the moment, where we are strike by Mitch on the fastball. Paul, we certainly get our money's worth, I'll tell you.
My heart's pumping so fast.
Watch out, curveball, just missed him.
Oh, boy,
and he hit Rainey once. He hit Rainey, it cost the run to come in. Rainey is grounded out to Clay twice and was hit by a pitch. He has 2 RBIs. Now they're calling much better curveball on that one. That's the curveball we like to see from Mitch.
That's what we're used to right there.
Rainey is just looking to get on base here.
I don't know if he's leaving the arm out instead of, too far out, not like a collapsed L.
Fastball fouled at the plate. Excuse me. And I can hear them. They're quoting, I will not go quietly into the night. Who is that? Oh, yeah. John is, he's going nuts right now. Here comes the 1-2 from Mitch. Fastball fouled off out of play. Oh, yeah. Ethan just reminded me, so it's a little late. The ball's still up in the air, still up in the air, still up in the air. There it comes.
Oh.
That ball was hit high, so it took a while to come down. Gotta do something to break the tension, right? Look at John. He's down. He's shaking his. He's rubbing his hands together. Fastball, ground ball to third. It's gonna go foul. Cody gobbles it up.
Well, John has had. I think he's. I know that he said, "Why are we throwing so many curveballs?" I said, "Jake's not calling the game. I'm not calling the game." He's just worried because he knew he didn't have the sharp, crisp curveball.
Yep. Got some new baseballs coming out to the umpire here. Our ball girl. My NHIAA friend is gone.
She's gone.
Yeah. Wonder if she was just here for to keep the riffraff out away from us while the other game was going on. I don't know.
Nice
pitch.
Oh,
nice pitch.
Nice pitch.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh! Wow.
That's horrible.
Jake bounced 20 feet. You don't want to show the umpire up. He's asking the umpire where it is, asking if it was up, and then Jake says he's nodding, but, Jake wasn't trying to show the umpire up there, but wow. Fastball foul back here. Oh, Mike. Paul, he missed that one. Paul,
this umpire's been, I'm going to say it, and I know everyone has to be a good sportsman, everything else. He's been horrible.
He's been inconsistent. He's been very inconsistent. And, to Jake pop up and bounce around, and he hits a line drive to right center field, and Matty is there. And so justice prevails on that one. So, but Mike, fortunately, we got him. And Mitchell had to throw a couple more pitches.
But the bottom line is be consistent with your calls, too.
I know, Paul, I know.
It's driving me nuts.
So it's Kyle Pufalt, who was the starting pitcher today. He went 3 innings. So Kyle has grounded the third to first base. He hit a double that hit the top of the fence right over the tap house sign over there, and then hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. So he's got a couple of ribbies, takes a ball. So he's officially 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. So we know he's got the power. He can end it with one swing. And that pitch, Mitchell overthrew that one. He throws it to the backstop. It's 2-0. Oh, was the first pitch a strike, Paul?
It was.
Apparently it was. I guess I missed it.
I had it as a strike.
Yep.
And they did too.
I think I said strike, but I marked the ball. So it's 1-1. Here's the pitch to Pufalt, and that's a strike. Paul, that looked like a ball.
Yeah.
I think Pufalt's got a case there, but you know what? You don't know.
With this guy, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's going to call. Maybe he's calling for rain tomorrow and snow. And
I don't know.
Maybe yesterday that was a strike.
Peter Stekowicz sighting down there, Paul.
Tomorrow that was a strike. Oh, there he was there sitting over here earlier. Yeah. But today it was a ball.
Watch out. Oh, he threw that behind him. How that didn't hit Pufalt, I don't know.
And how Pufalt didn't just stick his butt
back.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Technically, you have to make an attempt to get out of the way. But, if he backed up, right, that's your normal reaction. So that was the bad Mitchie curveball. And there's a fastball right back to Mitch. He knocks it down. Plenty of time, and he's got him. So great job there by Mitch. Oh. And it's 2 outs.
Wow. But you know what? A hit like that back to you, maybe that just
maybe that'll snap him back into place.
Right, David? Maybe the cobwebs now just
Jake goes out, gives him a fist bump, and Paul, we're one out away for extra innings.
He does better. I agree. What game was it? When we saw no emotion all season, he slams his glove on the ground.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the switch went off. And
so what's he like, Bill Bixby? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't make me when I'm angry. Is that it?
He starts turning green. We're in trouble.
Gladeau steps out, but takes a strike.
Almost looks like John has a bunch of guys around him. I don't know if it's to keep him away from yelling at the umpire.
I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he's pulling his hair. He's yanking at stuff. He's he's ready. He's Paul. I'll tell you, Paul. He's got both his fists clenched. His arms are rocking back and forth. He's ready to chew on that chain link down there, I think. There's the pitch.
Here we go.
And that's a strike. Paul, Gladeau, he kind of steps out. He's got a happy foot, that front left foot. He steps back. They used to call that stepping in the bucket in the old days. I'm showing my age. I don't know if they still do, but here comes the pitch. And he's got him.
Wow.
So Mitchell gets out of it. And we're going. We're going. Dimone. So we're going to the 8th inning. Paul, Tyler Small is going to have his chance. Yikes. So Mitchell has worked
19
full.
pitches.
Hey, Paul, there's your music, bud.
So that's 80 total. Hey, wait a minute. Is this?
It's
Oh,
YMCA.
my goodness.
Oh, we
All
got
right,
a
here we
barn
go.
burner.
Then it's definitely going to happen now.
Yep, and Van Allen is still out there. Come on, Paul, start singing.
Wait a minute.
Everybody
should get going, you know?
What a game. What a game.
Is this what they did?
I just hope, Paul. Yeah. Oh, here you
Wait,
go,
ready?
Go ahead. Oh, and oh, that's too funny. Paul, I hate to be a pessimist here, but you know what? There's only 73 minutes left on the camera. I may have to get on the phone to Adam and ask him what we need to do here. Might need to shut it off between innings, but we got Paul doing YMCA in the top of the 8th inning. So I got to get Adam to put your little picture out there, the flame thing, and it'll bring your head up. So top of the 8th inning, it is Pete. And Pete gets hit.
He hit him.
So you got tremendous speed on first base now, and you can almost guarantee what Smalls is going to do here. Paul,
I put it away.
Paul, I'll tell you what. I've never seen a game.
Same battery? Okay.
I've never seen a game with so many hit batsmen in my life.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. See, David just brought up a good point. My camera that I brought records, so at the very least we can run that.
Yeah. So I hope we're good. That would be unfortunate to go black.
But I'll tell you what,
yeah,
Mike, we've wished a lot of things in this team.
Yep.
Is there a kid right now that you want something good to happen with?
He's probably going to bunt. He's not going to have a chance to swing, but let's see what he does. He bunts up the first base line. Van Allen comes off, throws to first. So Smalls does his job.
Did his job.
So he does a great job there. And so he's out 1-3 with the sack bunt. So here comes Smitty for the 5th time. He's 0 for 3. He's flied out to center twice, walked, and grounded to short. But you got Pete now at second base who's got, Paul, what do you call him, a cheater in the Serengeti speed?
Yeah, he's like a gazelle.
A gazelle in the Serengeti, right.
But he's like a cheetah chasing after the gazelle.
So the game just ended on the other field in this. They're already mowing the grass. I could smell the grass. I love the smell of fresh cut grass.
In the morning.
In the morning. Whoop, that was a ball.
Yep.
Sorry.
2-0.
My fat fingers are hitting the wrong buttons now.
Not many people have left. The temperature has
Paul,
dropped.
Nobody's left. If nothing else, people have gotten closer to the field, Paul. I mean, look at down the third base line and look at down the right field line. Nice time out by Small.
Yep.
See, all these fans to left field, they were all at the top of the hill. Now
That's
they've all
right,
come
on the
down.
fence.
They're all come down. They're a couple feet behind the fence, and and there's quite a contingent behind us too.
Left field line is 3 deep.
Oh yeah, and they got stands out there. The stands below us are packed. And
still packed.
See a couple blankets out now.
Nice pitch.
Ethan takes a strike, but a 2-0 pitch. He didn't get his fastball. He got a curveball, and he took it. That's a great job. Paul, you got Matty on deck, and if there's a kid that you're rooting for, the way his pitching performance, he didn't pitch terrible.
No, but I'd like to see him snap out. Hottest hitter on the team.
Yeah, he needs to we need a base hit from Smitty. He's trying to call time. He's not getting it granted to him, and he takes a strike. He had his hand up, Paul. He had his hand up for
several
5 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, that's the umpire's job to call that. I know he called it before, but you can't let the pitcher take.
He has not done well
12
tonight.
seconds. It hasn't been his best performance. He kind of fast pitched there. I don't know. Did he come to a complete stop, Paul? If he doesn't come to a complete stop, that's a balk. I mean, come on. Are these guys paying attention?
Well, it's funny. That's what Bars just, I think he yelled right out there from the dugout.
Because he look at him, and he just came right to a set and pitched. He didn't even stop. So that should be a balk. Peter should be on third base right now. And now he grants timeout to Ethan. For some reason, he didn't do it on the prior pitch. So full count to Ethan, and I'd love to see him on base right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So here it comes, and he fouls it off. That's right up by Mr. McBride. Feels it on a couple of hops. He throws
Principal's here. He's huge Goffstown fan. I mean, he's
Yep.
not just the principal and head of that school, but he shows up to athletic events.
All the games.
Something to be said for that. Attitude reflects leadership.
Yep. There it is again. And he hits a ground ball. Oh, by the third.
Oh, he should be on third. What's he doing?
Well, Peter, I don't know why Peter didn't go. I know the ball was hit the third, but the third baseman's not going to get him from where he is.
No.
So it's an infield single for Ethan, and that ball bounded off the third baseman, Kutzer, and went by the shortstop. Peter actually could have scored.
Absolutely. Or at the very least, been standing on third easily, and then that opens it up for a Smitty steal.
Yep.
The what-ifs, right, get to play. We're going to have a pitch and change.
Yeah, that's not good base run. It looks like I can see his number. His number is 3. So let's try to get his name here. Let me see. Go to my roster. Number 3. Whoops. Number 3 is a junior, Dylan Chase.
Yeah, they're making a change.
So Dylan Chase was playing left field earlier. So I'm not sure who's in left now. So Dylan Chase. Is he coming into pitch? No, he's not coming into pitch. The third baseman, Kutzer, is coming into pitch.
So 12's coming in.
So,
let me scratch that out.
Wait a second. So Kutzer's coming into pitch. So Chase is going into play third.
What do you think? Should we hit pause or stop on that you're worried about the battery? Maybe.
Well, let's see. Yeah, we got 68 minutes. So we got another hour. Hopefully we'll be good. No, we'll roll with it. It's what 10 o'clock now.
What's his name had 9 before they took him out on that last one. So it's 26.
So he pitched. What's this? The top of the 8th inning, and there's 1 out. So he pitched 4 1/3. So let's see. How did Kutzer do? Kutzer, geez, he let up 2 hits. The hit to Connor and that infield single right there. He let up 2 hits. He walked 1. He walked 2. He walked 3. He walked 3, he hit 1. He walked 3, 2 hits. I think he had 1 strikeout. And he let up 2 runs, but he's responsible for the 2 runners on base.
Yep.
So he only had he had 2 strikeouts, sorry. And so we can't put his runs down yet because he's still responsible for 2 runners.
He's got 2 runs on there. I guess you have Smitty and Petey Hunt.
Yep. So you
that
got
are out there.
Tremendous speed on the bases, and you got Matty who runs very well. So they must have made a change in left field earlier in the ball game because Chase just came in, and he's playing.
You know what they did, Mike? Last inning, when he was out in the bullpen, they brought him in. I think that's when they did it.
I see. Okay.
I'm guessing that's when they made that change. So I could be off, but
yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to pay. I can't see who's in left field right now. It's not Van Allen. So Van Allen.
What's number 12, I think?
Yeah, so now that the DH is in the field, so Chase is in the field.
Well, right field is shallow.
Oh, wait a minute. Gludeau is the DH. Ooh, Matty swing. So Gludeau was hitting for Chase. So Chase was in the field. So I'm not sure. I'd have to check.
The announcer didn't make the change.
Yeah, he didn't make the change. So we'll get it, I'm sure. And Matt hits a ground ball to second, a slow roller. Second baseman eats it up, throws to first. Matt's out, but now we have second and third, but 2 outs. So Matt moves the base runners, and it's up to Jake. So here's a kid, Paul. He'll probably be playing on this field at some point.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
You know, you can't expect too much in the next year or two as a freshman, sophomore, probably as a junior.
Especially on that team.
Right. So he'll probably be a practice player for the first couple of years. But, 3 years from now, he's going to be out here, and this is what we're going to be seeing. And hopefully you and I are standing there together watching it. I think it smells – is that grass or somebody smoking? I hope it's not smoking. Ooh. Oh, he swings.
I don't know if he's trying to do too much.
Well, it wasn't a very good pitch. Is someone smoking down there, David? You're not supposed to smoke here.
No. I don't see anyone around here. They could be out back.
By your dad, yeah. That must really be making him happy, too. The pitch, Jake fouls it back. It looks like it hit Arsenault on the hand. So Jake's in a hole 0-2 here with second and third and 2 outs in the top of the 8th. You got Taylor on deck. Taylor's had a fine game. Jake's 1 for 3. He sacrificed his last time up. Come on, Jake.
All we need is just get that ball to the outfield.
Yep.
In a gap.
He struck
Jake.
him out. He swung at a bad pitch. So he's got Jake, and we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's 6-6. That wasn't Jake's best at bat. But hopefully he'll get another chance. Is this the love shot,
I'm
Paul?
going to refrain from comment right now. I'm so amped up. I should probably hide the mic for a few minutes.
You got the love shack, though. And Mitchell's coming out again for his 5th inning. No, I'm not dancing. Are you crazy? So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's 6-6. So Portsmouth has Hewitt and then the top of the order. You know something, Paul? This is going to be the 3rd time that Hewitt's let off, right? So we talk about the 9-hitter being the 2nd leadoff hitter. Yep. This is going to be the 3rd time he's let off. And he's the one who reached on the error by Small.
Yes.
In the 6th inning. So we got Madison out there warming up Mitch, and Mitch is out for his 5th inning of work, Paul.
He's a workhorse all year. All year long.
What did we say he was at? 80 even, right?
Yes, that's what I have.
I think, is this his longest stint this year so far? 5 innings?
I think it is.
So you got Hewitt. Actually, wait a minute. That's number 1 down there. Yeah, that's Hewitt. Hewitt's the center fielder, number 1. And then
top of the order.
Yep. Then you got the shortstop. Get the shortstop Malila, and then Arsenal the catcher. You know, my brother-in-law Paul and my sister-in-law Charlotte love them to death. Come on, that's weak. Come on, man. Bottom of the 8th inning and they're leaving. I mean, it is 10 o'clock, so they probably have something to do. But come on, man.
Come on, man. Seriously.
Yeah, there are a few folks leaving. I mean, you know, it is 10 o'clock. It is a Wednesday night, and everybody. My wife's getting cold. I mean, I can see her. She's going around to the back of the stands right now. John's now standing back with Gary Gendron back there, and my wife's moving up the baseline. Probably going for higher grounds. So Hewitt is going to lead us off. He's officially 0 for 3. And he hits a ground ball to Moose.
0 for 4.
Moose eats it up, throws a bullet over to first base, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Just what we like to see, Paul. I'm running out of room in my book over here, though.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
We're running out of room in the book. We're running out of...
I can barely see to make some of these marks.
I know. It's not easy to see right now, I'll tell you that.
I'm surprised they didn't put one light into one of the corners, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think they
nice curveball by Mitch.
Many night games here.
You know, Mitch, Malila was the second batter Mitch faced, and Mitch struck him out on a curveball just like that in the 4th inning. Malila's had a pretty good day. He's 2 for 3.
Hit him. Oh, it started over here.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3. He singled his first 2 at-bats against Matt, struck out against Mitch, and hit a sacrifice fly to center his last time up, and that fists him and hits a foul ball. So it's 1-2. I'll tell you, Paul, I can't wait to sit down. My back is killing me.
Yep, right with you.
And it's too good of a game to sit down. I haven't sat all year during a game, and I'm not going to start now. What a game. 6-6, bottom of the 8th. Portsmouth batting. Curveball, that hit him, Paul. So Mitchie didn't get the break on that curveball. You know, that's the 4th hit batsman for Mitchell. And Malila's got tremendous speed. So he's over there at first base. You got to pay attention to him. You know, and I've said this before, Paul, left-handed batter Arsenal, it's a good time to run because the catcher doesn't see it right away.
Right.
And, you know, see if they make something happen here. And what
a catch by Jake.
I was going to say he hit him too.
Oh.
He jackknifed, Arsenal jackknifed out of the way. So Mitchell's hit forward. He probably could have hit 2 or 3 others. He threw one behind Pufalt. You know, he's not as sharp as he was last inning. Oh, another curveball that got away from him. That might have hit a right if it was in there.
Yep.
But Mitchie seems to be squeezing the ball a little tighter right now. There'll be a few people calling in sick tomorrow, Paul.
I can't.
Neither can I.
Gosh.
And another fastball inside. So he's falling behind Arsenal 3-0. And you got the 3-hitter Goodrich up next, who's 2 for 3, has been on base 3 times. And then you got Griffin after him, who was on base 3 times. So it's not going to get any easier for Mitch if he loses Arsenal here.
There he goes.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, man.
Wow. Paul.
I don't know where that missed, Mike.
Here comes Lawrence, and I think that's going to be it for Mitch.
I honestly don't know where that missed.
Yeah, I don't either, Paul. And, Jake's looking at the coach, and Jake's saying, and he's going to Hyzak. Mitchell's did a great job. 4 in the third inning. Nice job,
yes,
Mitch.
He did. Yeah, Mitch, he did a fantastic job.
Fantastic job by Mitch. John can breathe a little bit easier now. Not much, but so let's see if we can get the vitals on Mitch. So Mitchell goes 4. Paul, both relief pitchers went 4 in the third inning. That's pretty amazing. Both starters went 3. Both relievers went 4 in the third. So let's see. 1, 2. He only let up 2 hits, Paul.
And there was only 89 pitches total.
Yep, he let up 2 hits. Let's see. He only walked 2, but he hit 4. Eugh. He walked 2 and hit 4. Yikes. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. He struck out
4 Ks. That's
yep.
what I got.
So he let up 3 runs, but he's responsible for the 2 men on base, so we can't close the line on him. Unless there's a 3-run homer, he's only going to let up the 4 runs if they score another run. What did I say, 4 strikeouts? So we look at the line out there, Paul. We got Portsmouth, Goffstown, 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Portsmouth, 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. Connor Hyzak coming in. He hasn't pitched in a while.
No.
He's got a better than average fastball. He's got a nice curveball. He's got a changeup. He's a freshman. This kid's going to be a superstar.
Absolutely. That's what keep in mind,
2,
folks,
3
when you
years
watch
from
us.
now.
He's a freshman.
But, Paul, this is probably one of the best hitting games I've seen him have today. He doubled, the 2-run double in the first. He was hit by a pitch. He walked, and then the big single with 2 outs in the in the top of the 7th. So he's done a great job today. He's 2 for 2, and he's been on base 4 times. So this is the best game. I think this is the best game he's played this year.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I agree. This is what
we expected from him all year, right?
But he's matured.
But
the whole season
right.
mature.
So at the beginning of the year, you could see he was a freshman. He was a rookie. He wasn't used to this stuff. He's gotten a lot better since that first game. He's only going to get better. I mean, the kid's only a freshman.
Can't wait to see him.
I can't wait to see him. I get the pleasure of seeing him. Probably every game next year because Tyler's going to be a senior, and then I'm sure we'll be back to watch the home games the year after that. But I'm dying to see this kid when he's a senior.
Gives us a reason to keep coming back.
Yep. So he's working from the stretch. He's got 1 out and 2 men on. Portsmouth is threatening here in the bottom of the 8th, looking for a walk-off. And here is Peyton Goodrich. And he's curveballed in there for a strike. Fooled him. Goodrich is looking fastball.
Yep. Well, I can tell you that's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to, first pitch fastball?
Goodrich is 2 for 3. Singled in the 1st and in the 6th. He walked in the 5th and grounded the 1st and the 3rd. The pitch is out there for a strike. So Hyzak comes in with a curveball, buckles his knees, and then paints the corner with a fastball. So if you're Goodrich, you don't know what to expect here. And if I'm Hyzak, I throw that same fastball. Don't give him anything too good to hit. I wouldn't mess with the curveball. He throws the curveball, and he's got him. That's why I'm up here, Paul. 3 pitches. He made Goodrich look bad. So now it's up to Griffin. Griffin's been on base 3 times without the benefit of a hit. He walked twice, walked in the 1st and the 3rd against Matt. He was hit by a pitch by Mitchell in the 5th, and Mitchell struck him out in the 6th. So let's see what he can do against Hyzak for all the marbles here in the bottom of the 8th. And misses with that curveball. Nice stop by Jake.
Well, if you're not going to hit the ball with a man on 3rd, you better make stops like that.
Yep.
Yes, Jake, you heard me say that.
Here comes the 1-0 to Griffin, and it's outside for a ball. So, Paul, you got Griffin up now, and you got Kutzer on deck, who was the new pitcher, right?
Yes.
And he's had a pretty rough night at the dish. We hope it doesn't get to him, though.
Oh.
Whoa. Wow. Griffin was swinging out of his shoes, and it's 2-1. Wow, and that got a rise out of the crowd.
Yeah, that woke everybody up. Keep the ball low, kid.
And that's high, so it's 3-1 now. So I got a text from Adam. He says, "Wow, good thing we have a big SD card with a lot of battery." We had like a couple 100 minutes on there, but this game is 2 hours 45 minutes old right now.
Nice pitch.
He's got him. So, Paul, that's
nice
a good thing and a bad thing. It's got a full count now, but what that does is the runners are going to be off.
They're off.
So a base hit's probably going to score Malila from second base.
And that's what you don't want.
So that's what you don't want. You don't want to give those runners a head start, but unfortunately that's where we are. So Hyzak's going to rear back. Griffin digs in. Malila with a huge lead off second base, and there they go. And he strikes them out looking.
Whoa!
And Hyzak gets out of the inning.
Wow.
And we move along to the top of the ninth, Paul. Oh, my goodness.
Man.
So Hyzak comes in and strikes out the 2 batters that he faces.
9 pitches for the kid.
6-6 in the top of the ninth, and I'm running out of book space. I probably have room for another inning or two.
This is it. I'm on my last inning for this one. The last inning.
You're going to have to go to another book.
We're going to have,
we have 50 minutes left.
Frenchie, Cody Morrell, and Hyzak, who just shut him down. So that's what you want to see. I want to see that young kid come up here. This has been his day so far, right? Well at the plate, done well at the field, came on the bump.
Yep.
Team game, baby, team game, right? We've had pinch runners. We've had 3 pitchers.
Pinch hitters on each team, on each side. 3 pitchers on each side.
Santoro with it going the other way. It's Jake with a bunt. Everyone's done little things. Of course, he struck out with a man on third, but we'll let that go until I get home.
Actually, I don't want to correct you, but he struck out with runners on second and third.
Second and third, so base hit would have scored 2. Right. So guess what, Mike?
Far be it from me to correct you, but Jake, it was second and third.
We might as well call Goffstown PD now. Call the troopers from Troop B. They need to come over and help that boy.
Domestic on Juniper.
Jake and I can have a little chat in the backyard.
Hey,
it's all right.
If you win, it doesn't matter.
That's right. Hey, he's beating himself up. I guarantee you.
I'm sure he is.
He knew that he swung at a bad pitch. He was up there, amped up.
Yep. So Paul, I mean, this is about as exciting as it gets. 6-6, top of the ninth. These are too heavy. This is like Ali Lister, right? Ali Frazier or something. Not Lister, it's Liston, right? Sonny Liston.
Sonny Liston.
Yeah. Ali Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
All I know is I might be throwing my sweatshirt on.
Yes, I don't have one. I'm getting frostbite on my hands over here. Now, the only thing keeping me going is the adrenaline. I mean, it's such a good game. Ooh. Curveball misses high, so Kutzer falls behind French. I'm running out of space for my pitchers. My book is a mess.
I love it. I need another pencil. I need another book.
Frenchie swings at a bad pitch on a 2-0. So,
man. My hip. The fake hip doesn't do well on raw nights like tonight,
I know.
Standing on it the whole time.
My real hip doesn't do well on raw nights like this. In my back. We're like 2 old men up here, Paul. We're like those 2 Muppet guys, those 2 guys. Did the Muppet show up in the balcony?
I wish we could heckle the boys from there. That would definitely fit right in.
We could definitely do that. And Taylor swings at a pitch in the dirt, hustling down the line, but he's out number 1. Taylor goes down swinging.
Cody Morrell coming up to the plate.
Yep.
Hit a nice shot on one of them to right field. He was snake bitten earlier, but with that look, I think he wanted that back. But
so Paul Kutzer came in to pitch to Matt, right? So this is his 3rd batter.
Yes.
Right. He came in after the Smitty infield single,
correct.
Right? Yeah.
Matt, Jake.
Cody hits a line drive to third. Nice grab.
What a play.
Excellent grab over there by the third baseman, Rainey. Randy was at second base earlier. Now he's over at third. So Cody on the first pitch. Paul, that ball gets by him. That's going to roll to the fence and foul ground, and Cody be on second base. Yep. But
hey,
just like that, 2 up, 2 down.
Way. He went the other way. He did what a hitter's supposed to do. There's nothing you can do about it.
So, Paul, Hyzak's had a fantastic game. He's 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled. There's 3 RBIs. Was hitting a walk. He's pitching now. Would you just love to see him hit a home run here?
I would. Make it his day. For the team.
Let's have a day. He could be like Scooter Gannett last night at 5 for 5 with 4 homers and 10 ribbies.
I'm glad I wore shorts tonight, too.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad I wore shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I was going to wear flip-flops. I'm glad I didn't do that.
Nah, I don't do those. My toes are ugly. I'm one of those guys that, you see me and you're like, Toezilla, put some socks on and some sneakers, will you?
No, I like it. I hate my feet being hot. Socks and sneakers all day long.
Hey, if you think our pulse rates are, look at Coach Lawrence over there. He's worn out a path through there.
Oh, yeah. I think the boys feel, Paul. I mean, come on. This is, for these seniors, this is potentially their last game, and they want, that goes through the 5-hole. So.
But you know what? Couple of mental errors, but still a great game.
Yep.
Right?
So a 3-0 to Hyzak. I wonder if he unleashes him here if he gets a nice, juicy fastball, because Connor certainly has the power to put one out.
I can feel it coming from behind a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking all the way. That wasn't a very good pitch to swing at 3-0 anyway.
Why take a chance, right? If that thing's belt high, then you're grooving.
What a game, though. I said it once, I said it a million times. And that's in the dirt. So Hyzak's on, so you get great speed on with 2 outs, and you got Clay up. Clay was absolutely robbed his last time up with that strikeout. I mean, Clay's 0 for 3 today, struck out twice, reached on an error on the bunt, and he walked in the first. And let's see if they can put some magic together here, the 2 underclassmen. Freshman on first, sophomore
how great
at the plate.
would that be?
I just love to see Clay hit a gap, and he hits a ground ball foul. Foul! Foul! You know something, Paul? I mean, I know Hyzak's pitching right here, but he's got fantastic speed up there. Take a chance. You got a lefty in there.
What do you have to lose?
Take a chance. You got nothing to lose.
You have a great catcher back there.
Worst
I
case
get
scenario is Clay leads off. Yeah, he's a good catcher, but he's got to hit. You hope you get a pitch down. You got a lefty. The lefty's going to get in his way. I don't know. I'm a gambler, Paul. I would take a chance here. I mean, he doesn't have a very big lead.
Short lead. He's not going anywhere.
And he swings and misses. Now it's 0-2. And the second base and shortstop are talking to each other. They're going
to let him go.
They think something's going on here, and you're right. Look at where the second baseman is.
They're letting him go.
He's not going to go. Pitch is way outside. The shortstop's going to cover, but second baseman is playing. He's playing Clay definitely to pull. I mean, look where he is, Paul. There's no way he gets to second. I could be running. He's not going to get to second base. Tell you, Paul, what a contingency here. I mean, I know some people have left, but probably more because of the weather and not the game and the time of day.
Right.
I mean, it is a Wednesday night. It's 10:20. We're coming up on 3 hours of baseball. This is like a Red Sox-Yankees game, Paul.
Crazy.
And we're down to 45 minutes of battery time. So the game, we have till about 11. 11's the witching hour for us. And he hits a line drive to center field, but you know what?
Right
There's the vacuum out there.
Yep.
Hewitt is a vacuum, and Paul, we go to the bottom of the 9th, deadlocked at six each.
16 pitches.
And then we're going surfing. We're saying we're cold, and they're playing surfing USA.
I've run out of.
You've run out of space, huh?
Space in that one. I don't know what goes on there. So
you're gonna have to go to another.
I'll put my sweatshirt on.
So I'll talk to myself for a while. Is that what you're saying? Hyzak going back out to the mound. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Ouch. I see John Schwannard walking around. He put a sweatshirt on. He's got shorts. He's got flip-flops on. Kutzer, Rainey, and Pufalt coming up. 5, 6, and 7 batters as Paul's putting his sweatshirt on. I'm going to need a cane to get out of here. My hip is killing me. My back is killing me. I know Paul still doesn't have his headset on, but you look at the bright side, at least we don't have an hour drive home like the Portsmouth guys do, right? But Goffstown did come over on the bus, so they still got to take the bus back to Lyons where they left their cars because that's where they batted today, and then they got to go back home. So they're not getting home till probably 11:30, and All
right, I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
Sweatshirt is on. I'm feeling warmer.
Yep. The game started a half hour late. It started at 7:30 because the first game ran a little late. And then, the crew did a great job of getting the field ready. My wife just came up, and she looks like she's freezing.
Mike, they have 5, 6, 7 coming up.
Yeah, I said that while you were putting your sweatshirt
on. Right.
I already talked about everything I could talk about by myself.
Sharpen my pencil here. And
So Kutzer, who is he's the pitcher, and he's had a rough night so far. Struck out twice, was hit by a pitch, and lined to Clay. So – excuse me. we are in the bottom of the ninth. 6 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Goffstown. 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Portsmouth. There's the pitch from Hyzak. Curveball strike. He's got a nasty curve, Paul.
Yep. Can't wait to see the staff they're going to have next year.
Incredible.
I want to see them win it this year, but they're going to have heck of a staff next year.
0-2. I saw your wife pointing up here. She's talking to somebody now. Some guy's pointing at you.
Jen's couple of her family come up from Connecticut.
Oh, wow, that's nice. High fastball. Almost took Jake's glove off.
If Jake's going to jump up and you still miss.
Yeah. You know the pitch was high.
It was a bit high.
So it's 1-2 to Kutzer, the pitcher now. Started the game at third base, so he's worked the count to 2-2 here. You got Rainey on deck and then Pufalt. And we know Pufalt has some power.
Oh, we saw that.
Yep. Just heard a come on, Connor. The pitch.
Oh.
Fastball, did he go? Check.
Yep.
He did not go. First base umpire gives the safe sign. So we've talked about it every inning so far, Paul. You don't want that leadoff runner on base.
Oh.
There it comes. And he misses high, so we have the leadoff runner on. First walk issued by Hyzak.
Well, he's getting to the late middle of the order, so now does he pull off bunt?
Oh,
Is he
absolutely.
Steal? He's got to do something to manufacture that winning run.
I mean, you got Kutza, who's the pitcher out there now. You got Rainey up. So what's Rainey done so far? Rainey's 0 for 3. He's grounded the second twice. He flew out to right. He was hit by a pitch that forced in a run. So he's got 2 ribbies. But I think you see him bunt here.
Oh.
I mean, look at Cody. Cody's already 10 feet in on the grass, and Connor throws over. I think you have to, Paul. I mean,
you have to.
You got to play to win here, and you got to move him to second base, and you got Pufalt.
He's got a bunt.
Pufalt's having a pretty good day. He's 1 for 3, but here's the bunt, and Peter fell, and now
way to go.
Was that Smitty? That's Smitty.
Yep.
Oh, Smitty's playing second base.
Second base, yep.
Oh, that's right. So because of the switch, I thought Smitty came in from the outfield. Oh my goodness! So Peter fell, and there's 1 out. So the bunt works. So Rainey does his job. So Rainey sacrifices. He's out 1 to 4. And it's Pufalt. He was the starting pitcher, so he has a chance to win it.
What are you going to do? You're going to move him, walk him? Yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You walk him. And that's going to bring up number 3 now. So that's Dylan Chase batting for the first time, batting in Gladeau's place. So this is Dylan Chase, who is he's now playing. I think he's in a third base. He's playing short now. So Pufalt is walked intentionally, and here's Chase batting for the first time.
First time today.
Yep, he was being DH'd for by Alex Gladeau, and now he's batting for the first time. I can't keep track of all the substitutions. But I think that's the only one. I think everybody else that was in the game, I think they just moved around positions because it's the same. He's using the same 10 guys. So
chess match right now.
So Dylan Chase,
first and second, 1 out.
Has a chance here, first and second. There's a force everywhere, but no one's holding the runner on at second base. And he misses with the curveball. I mean, what you don't want here is a wild pitch.
Can't throw wild, right?
You don't want a wild pitch. You don't want those runners to move up with less than 2 outs. That's for sure. So let's see what Chase can do here.
Nice pitch.
There's a strike.
Wow.
I just got a text from Adam. If they go 10 innings, I'm coming down with a fresh battery. I'm grabbing a battery and charger and heading over. Please text me if it ends before I get there. That was at 10:20. So that was 7 minutes ago. So he's coming now. That's our producer. Oh, my God, there's a big line drive to center field. Chase puts his hand up, and that's going to score the runner. Here he comes. Kutzer scores, and the ball game's over. Chase batting for the first time. Hits a line drive to right center field and ends the ball game. Bottom of the 9th inning.
What a slugfest. Breaks my heart. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it was amazing, Paul. Absolutely amazing ball game. Glad I was a part of it. You know, it was. It came down to the last at bat, like we knew it would. I mean, unfortunately, Goffstown didn't have the last at bat this time, as they did the last time they played. And Chase batting for the first time, Paul. Right?
Wow.
His first time, and he hits a line drive to right center field, and that was Kutzer on second base. Didn't have the greatest speed. That ball was out there a long way, and it took him a while to get through. And, you know, I'm looking at Jake walking with his head down. I mean, these boys have nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
They played a great ball game. They had an early lead. They went up 4-0. David, could you just zoom in on the scoreboard so we can just get what that looks like? They went up 4-0 in the first. Portsmouth came right back with 2. And then Goffstown didn't score again until the 6th. And then the 7th to tie the game. But, you know, they went up 4-0. They went down 5-4. They tied at 5-5. They went down 6-5. They tied at 6-6. And they ran out of gas. They used 3 pitchers today. And, Paul, it's an unfortunate way to end the season. The boys have nothing to be ashamed of.
No, nothing at all.
You know, you come in here, I mean, you didn't lose 10-0. You're playing the number 1 seed, and you take them to the bottom of the 9th inning, and you lose 7-6.
Right.
I mean, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
I mean, what else do you want? I mean, they're kids. Mistakes happen. They're not making millions of dollars. They left and played their hearts out, you know, for 9 innings of baseball. This is what you wanted, what you expected, a slugfest between 2 of the top 4 teams in the state. And, you know, so that was can't take anything away from Portsmouth. That was a great hit. You know, they put themselves in position with men on first and second, and he hits a shot to, you know, right center field.
Yeah,
you know,
he gets a fresh batter in there. You've had other guys that have been up there, you know, 4 or 5 times. You had Connor in there. It was I think it was starting his 2nd inning of work, and the last time we'll be on together, Paul. Maybe you could do a game next year, but you know, unfortunate way to end the season. But what a great ball game, you know. And it's going to be Portsmouth Sauhegan rematch of last year. Sauhegan won the game last year, and I know I'll probably be at that game next Monday night at Fisher Cat Stadium. But you know, you don't have to second guess anything.
Right.
I mean, they did a great job. Coach used a ton of different players today. He tried some things.
That's right.
He bunted. He squeezed. You know, we made a couple of mental errors. Right. The squeeze error. You know, the error that
the
that
coach
Smalls made.
Yeah.
You know, the 3 hit batsmen in a row by Mitch. I mean, that's so uncharacteristic of this team. We said they had to play a clean game, but they still were in it, and they went to the bottom of the 9th inning.
Exactly. I mean, there were a lot of uncharacteristic things there. You had Mitchie hit the 3 kids. You know, Small make that error in center field. That's stuff we haven't seen all year. It happens tonight. Coach did a good job trying to, you know, with the bunting, like you said, inserting players here, and you know, it is what it is. But you can't take anything away from Portsmouth.
No.
They were down 4-0 in the first inning. They didn't give up.
Right. They could have cashed in, right? I mean, before they even came up to bat, they're down 4-0.
You said right out of the gate that hey, it's a lot of baseball left,
right?
And Portsmouth knew that. They adjusted their pitches. Their number 1 didn't have it. He went so far. He was a little wild, overthrowing. Guys, you know, try to take advantage of it. Coach made the adjustments, right? His players stepped up. You know, and for me, you know, I can't believe it's the last time I get to see my kid play high school baseball.
Right.
And hopefully at some point he is going to SNU for baseball next year, and I hope things go well. I get to see him play here, but there's nothing like Goffstown baseball.
Yep.
And some people don't get it. It's like that in Bedford and Wyndham. There's at Portsmouth. But, man, for the excitement, the ride that we've had, and working with you, you know, one of my great friends doing this, it's been great. And, yeah, of course I'll come back next year when somebody calls in sick. But tonight, it breaks my heart for the boys.
Yeah. So the line was Portsmouth, 7 runs, I think, on 7 hits, and they had 3 errors. Goffstown, 6 runs on 7 hits, and they had the 1 error. Connor Hyzak, the tough luck loser here, he gets the loss, and Kutzer is the winner. So it'll be Portsmouth and Sauhegan in the final on Monday night. And it's been a pleasure bringing these games to you this year, Paul.
Absolutely.
Great pleasure working with you. David, you did a great job on the camera tonight. John Skokie. Adam, you know, we appreciate the opportunity to do this, and we will hopefully to continue to do this going forward. But for the last time, for David Skokie, John Skokie, Paul Hunt, I'm Mike Santoro saying good night.
Good
Paul,
night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Congratulations with Jake next year.
Thank you.